that are pretty outlandish, but I can back them up. Boom. End of story. There is no other crypto out there, so don't get it twisted. If you don't understand where you're parking your money, you're gonna pay the consequences for that, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. Boom. We're obliterating everybody, literally. There is nobody else that comes close to what Hex has done. Boom. Oh, it's about to get funky. Funkier than you could have ever imagined. You know, Richard Hart is a boss. Hex is literally the best thing on the planet. It's simple mathematics. Right? The reality is that I want to be rich as fuck. There's only one way to be rich as fuck. That's by sitting on your ass the longest. Yep. That's it. Yep. That's the secret. The guy well told you. Richard done told you. I done told you. Kareem done told you. Maddie done told you. Everybody done told you. Everybody done told you. These motherfuckers still acting like they don't know. Appreciate that.
Like yeah,
I appreciate that.
100% safe. There's plenty of games left.
Valiant done told you. Yo, everybody said it. I mean, hey, you know what it is, man? Everybody done told you. Yash deep, everybody. My God. Hex-Asians, bro. Everybody. Australians, man. Everybody gets me. Yo, Wendy's done told you. Dollar Club done told you. Everybody done told you. It's crazy. Yo, what up, everybody?
Everybody done told you.
It's funny, man. So everybody doing on a Sunday?
Good,
chilling, man. Living life.
Chilling.
Hexagon.
What's up, man?
Life is
That's
good.
what's up, man. Yeah, man. And Price giving us a little pump nowadays too, so everybody done stop crying like some bitches and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Not surprised.
Everybody all smiling and shit now, right?
Whales done told you.
Right. Even though this has been the same name of the game this whole time, but you know, it is what it is. People gonna figure it out eventually, or they not.
Once again, big ups to Mr. Markable on that fiery track that's becoming so infectious in the community.
Shout out to Markable. Yeah, that one is crazy.
Dope.
Yeah, it's really like crazy, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't even doing nothing. I'm just, yammering away here.
keep doing it, Dad.
Right. And he keep making me look good. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. Nah, but in all seriousness, man, shout out to him because he does crazy work, yo. That dude is talented. So much respect. Much respect. Let's see what this T-share rate is right now, because that thing keeps hopping and skipping at 19,809. So yeah, you understand what that means, right?
Yeah,
people gotta keep buying more Hex to get T-shirts.
I was gonna say it means I can't fucking afford one.
Yeah. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Yeah, it's crazy right now, right? Yeah. I mean, a year ago, the price was like $50-$60 a year ago, maybe $100, $50, $60, $100. Now it's at 4,000 plus 4,600 or so. I mean, it's crazy because, the scam is supposed to end, man. When is the scam going to end?
When rug pull
will start, or, I don't know, whatever.
I remember when one of my buddies joined around March. The T-shirts was like about I think like $191 or so, something like that.
Right.
Even then, he thought it was expensive, and then we hit that 9,000 mark, and then now we're about around 4 or 5K, maybe a little less than that. It's beautiful, man.
Well, I remember starting a stake for $2.37 as well. So that's like ancient history too, right?
Yeah, right.
It's crazy.
What's up?
Shout out to Justice, man. What up, Justice?
What's up, buddy?
We're gonna have to get him back on stream soon.
Oh yeah, whenever, man.
Sure.
You come on now if you want.
Yeah, if you want. Matter of fact, let's
More the
send
merrier.
the link. If you can come on, you can
More the
come
merrier.
on.
Let's
I was
do
gonna
it.
say, Justice, first time in my life I ever even dreamt of rooting for a Baltimore Raven.
That's funny, man.
Oh man.
Back when I gave a shit, I guess.
Hey, but before we start, I got to do this to Richard. So, we talked about it in the chat, but guys, I know Richard got a couple of $1 million watches, but he don't got the $1 billion watches. Let me show you something. You see this right here?
$1 billion watch.
Ooh, the $1 billion watches right there. You see that? Look at that right there, right there, right there. These right here, these are diamond dial. Richard don't got that. The 2 diamond dials, right? This one right here, it looks like a Target signature. Nah, you know how Jay-Z and Beyonce got that Tiffany and Cole deal for like 6.5 million watch? Target sponsoring me. That's 10 billion right there. 10 billies.
Marco, you're living
Laid
like
out.
that.
They don't got it, bro.
Talk to him, Marco.
Like that. They don't know. They don't know about it. And you know how each one winds by itself? I just got to flip the box upside down. That's it. And that's it. Bam.
They're not even
all
ready.
done. That's
They're
it.
Not
All
ready.
done. Really, man.
Yes.
That's all it takes.
Man.
I love it.
Richard, step your game up. In discussion.
Yeah,
funny,
let that be a lesson to everybody trying to play keep up with fearless leader,
man.
right?
Right.
It's
Can't
not
do
worth it.
Nah.
My kids had a blast making that shit. This shit's funny.
Yeah, what we doing with that, right? Better get you some t-shirts. You're trying to get up to that level.
Right, man.
I want to see him going into the club with one of those actually on his wrist.
Yeah, I'll do it. Come on, man. You know me. I'll do it. It's funny, bro.
Oh man. So yo, Richard dropped a lot of goodies this morning, right?
Too much.
I wanna go over those because people want to figure out exactly what's going on there. But things are looking good in the system now. I mean, we had a sizable stake made yesterday that accounted for what 32,000 T-shares, if I remember correctly. And our payout is still above 5.9, which is surprising. I thought it was going to actually get smaller, but it did not. I'm guessing the fact that it's an 11-day stake helped with that, because that's not a long period of time, not at all. But that had to have been. I didn't check the address because I just didn't care to. But that had to have been somebody that had been in the system, because we definitely haven't had $118 million worth of hex, bought up lately. That's a lot of hex. So, yeah. Hold on here. Whoa, my boy, far out.
Ooh,
What's going
far
on,
out,
man? There you go. Thanks for the super chat, brother. We appreciate it.
Beautiful.
That's a pre-day one OG right there.
Yeah,
big time OG.
Yeah,
that guy don't play no games. No games.
He does.
No FUD. No bullshit. No games.
Yeah, he's birthed a lot of things in this community that people don't even, they'll just never know.
Big player, man. Beautiful, big player.
They'll just never know.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, they'll find out one day maybe, but just not anytime soon. Because there's just so much going on, so much going on.
Every day.
People are building in many capacities. And, these are things that have to happen, and you can't just be talking about them. OpSec is critical for various reasons. And this is just another facet of that. Because, important shit got to go down. So, yeah, man. People are building. People are having fun. People are living their best life because they're staked, and they're able to understand what the system is doing. Right. And that's important, because when you are dealing with volatility, you have to understand what exactly is going on. And a lot of people just like to think that they can just let the chart do the work. But that's just a part of the work. Right. This is why you have to look at what's going on under the hood to understand what the fundamentals are actually telling you.
Yeah. And what's going on behind, not only under the hood, with, say, immutable code and contract, but with this community, man, what's going on behind the scenes? I mean, just never you fret, folks. If there's a concern you have on any front, be it macro, micro, political, spiritual, there is a Hexican working on it right now. I can tell you that. And that's one of the things I love. It blows me away. the highest functioning hexagons are multitasking like a motherfucker right now. It's amazing, dude. Like even little old me, I'm working on like 3-4 hex pulse related things. Just, all at the same time. I ain't taking off no work. I ain't neglecting the kids, but I'm still doing that shit.
Still has to be done, right?
That's right. That's right. It's amazing, man. It's so empowering, this community.
It's motivating. It's motivating, man. It's motivating to be adding value to the world in a positive way. I kind of said that during my little spiel for freedominfo.tv because it's true, right? Just even having these little streams here, they help people, and that's what it's about. It's about helping people learn so that they can progress, making the right decisions, right? It ain't about anything else. Because at the end of the day, if everybody's happy, everybody wins. It's really simple.
Plus nobody comes out of their mama knowing this shit, and people get so self-conscious about asking questions, about appearing stupid, all this shit with people. And I'm always trying to tell people, it's like, look, man, roll the dice, take the risk, look stupid. You might learn something. And you're also going to find out that in this community, might not be this way with some other bullshit, but in this community, you're not going to be chastised. We want to lift you up, man. Like I tell people, my motivation for writing them emails, for doing what I do, is I want to be the water that raises all ships. And every brother and sister I have in this thing feels the exact same way, man.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. And shout out to Alan for that super chat. Thank you, brother, for the $5. He says, never felt like I was actually gonna make it like I do now.
Yeah.
1 coin and 3 tokens is just printed to change our lives. Got my money ready for PulseX.
Cosign that.
All right. I mean, and we're just paying attention. That's all we're doing. Most people aren't paying attention. There's a lot of hexagons probably have no idea, or people that own a hex that have no idea that any of this is happening.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I heard we got content.
Some people do.
No. I'm saying there's got to be people that just don't know. There's plenty of people that just don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because everybody isn't going to be paying attention. Yeah, everybody isn't going to be paying attention. That's just not possible. I mean, we're talking about. We got 270,000 plus holders currently.
It's crazy,
right? You can't presume that they all know what's going on. That would be insane.
And what's shocking is a lot of those folks actually have Hex, right? Part of that 200 something K.
No, these are people that actually hold Hex.
Yeah, and the thing is, some of them don't even know who Richard Hart is. That's what's crazy. They don't know what a t-shirt is. They don't know that the community exists. Some people, they just buy, hold, sell. Doesn't matter, man.
The trader
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, sure. And that's kind of the topic for the day, right? Why getting wrecked sucks. And
a lot of those people, man, they have big bags too on the sidelines. They don't even know they're a dolphin. They don't even know they're a squid. They don't even know they could be a shark. And they ain't never heard of the community. It's scary.
It's that trader mindset, man.
Yeah, you know what? There's nothing wrong with being a trader, right? But I think what happens is that people don't realize what they've allocated their money to. I think that's the biggest issue, right? Because there are certain things you can trade, and Hex just is not one of them. And that's, I think, the message that needs to be relayed, because it's just one of those facts, right? You don't want to trade something that pays you day in, day out. Like, it's a high yielding instrument, right? So why would you want to do that?
That's one way to get wrecked.
Right. One way to get wrecked is to not get paid daily.
Right. What's that song, that Jamaican thing back in the day? It says 6 million ways to die. Choose one. Right?
There's
a lot of ways to get wrecked. We're going to go through some of them tonight.
There is a lot of ways to get wrecked. I mean, not respecting your pocket is definitely the biggest one. And there's so many ways to do that, right? Because a lot of that comes from people just presuming that they know. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with thinking that you know, but it's important to realize that you don't know everything, right? You got to understand that when you're not making a stake, and I mean that figuratively, not with Hex, but figuratively, when you're trying something and you're not giving it some time, you're not going to find out if it's good or not. That's just simple mathematics. Because the number of instances are not going to be sufficient to give you an idea, right? When you attempt to do something once and you fail at it, you're going to just think you suck at it, and that might not be the case because you didn't do it 5 times. In short, right?
And to jump on the topic, right? Like you know how we're talking about traders and stuff like that, and let's look, trading. We all know most of the time you're going to get wrecked, right? But it's okay.
I mean,
Some
that's
people
a statistical fact, bro. I mean, it's not a
some
question.
people this is their lifestyle, and that's okay. They'll learn along the way. Like I'll make a quick comment. Like that guy his name is Alec, I think the name is the guy that did the interview with Richard. You know, he made a Twitter post, and you know I think he bought like 27,000 hex and something like that, $1,000 worth, and you know then he came out and said that he traded hex or sold it around 23, trying to catch the dump, and like a lot of people was attacking him by that. Like, guys, 1, it's his money. 2, he didn't have to buy it. 3, let him learn, because if he does fail, I don't wish anything on anybody. If he does, it's a learning experience, and then he could share that with his followers and be like, look, I tried trading hex, it's not worth it, buy it, hold it, and we move on, right? But to bash somebody or call them names and stuff like that, we're not in that stage anymore, guys. Move on with that. You know,
I get kind of disgusted by the hex trading group occasionally for the way that they come hard at people. Let me tell you something. I know specifically a guy who's rather large, and he'll be making maneuvers, and he's a hexagon. He bleeds hex, okay? But he'll be making maneuvers that have so many levels to them. You can't take that shit at face value, and people be casting aspersions and judging, and he just laughs, you know, like they don't even understand what I'm doing over here with that, man. But he's a hexagon, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So one thing I'll say is that, you know, I think the downside to his comment was just the expectation that he has of being able to buy lower, right? Not understanding exactly how hex trades, because he's presuming that this is like everything else.
And that's okay. It's a learning experience, right?
But that's the point. Right. Yeah. I'm just making the point. You know, I'm just making the point. Because that is the point. You know, the point is that that's the lesson he's gonna learn.
Yep.
Right. Because he thinks 75% return is good, and you know we laugh at those, and that's okay. He's gonna learn. That's fine.
Anybody out there that says they never done it before, listen, I think at least everybody try to trade hex at least once, and they realize like, oh, this is not the one.
Yeah,
not the one.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Yeah, I talk about it all the time. For sure.
How'd you like to be one of them cats? How'd you like to be one of them cats who announced to the whole world that hex was done, and then you got yourself a big old fat bag of Shiba Inu? How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight?
Listen, man.
Let's just not, because that's just a joke.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have even said that. Like
at least Gwei's been low lately.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, that's been helping people exit, right?
Yeah. He's just been low.
I mean, it's you know, people gotta learn, bro. People gotta learn. You know,
don't you find it funny that PulseChain is like really close? I think what he announced a month and a half or something like that, maybe, most likely. And you notice the closer we get, ETH is getting a little cheaper now. It's just funny.
It's just that time. I think the bear market is just here. To be honest with you,
that too.
It's been here.
You know, it definitely been here, but
we've been talking about it since April or March, right? So you know, Hexagon's been aware. Everybody, I guess, just forgot because it's been a while. But now the prices are reflecting it again.
Yeah.
And you know, Hex had a nice little dip. Hopefully, if you were smart, you took advantage of it, because now the premium is back, and it's back strong, and you'll be seeing it in the chart shortly. And this is, again, you know, this is the thing. At the end of the day, everybody's trying to do the same thing when it comes to making money, right? The fact of the matter is that people that opt for multiple risk-taking endeavors don't realize that they're putting themselves in a position to make too many decisions. And what that means is that you then proceed to basically run into decision fatigue, right? And what that means is that you're making too many decisions relative to your strongest probable number of decisions, whether that's 10, 3, 4, whatever the case is. If you make more than that number, that optimal number of decisions, then you're just going to start making poor decisions, and you're going to start losing money. That's just how it works. So when you take that into account, you start seeing things a little differently, right? Because you're not just thinking about, oh, what if I just make this one more trade? You start thinking, well, how many trades have I done today that have been successful versus how many trades have I made today that have not been successful, right? Because that's the actual question at that point. Because once you're trading, you're making multiple decisions a day, every day, trying to make money. So it's not like they're all going to be positive outcomes, right? Because if you're not making the right kinds of trades, like a position trade, which is just you making a trade once ever so often, right? And you're just letting the market do the work, which is kind of like buying and staking hex, but you're just holding a liquid position. And the whole idea is that you're just letting the market do the work like it's intended, right? Like options traders do this. Swing traders is the term. Position traders is another term. And again, the whole idea is that you just want the money to be made without you taking a whole bunch of nicks, right? Because it's easy to take nicks, right? I mean, to be a good trader, the notion is you gotta learn how to lose. And thank you for the super chats and the super stickers again, gents. Mixed mix, aka Jasso. Thank you. I love the name. You're so crazy. And thank you, Anderson Joe. Seems like that's backwards, but all good. Appreciate the 25 Canadian, brother. Appreciate what you guys are doing. Read the 72,000 stakes, 15 billion total value locked. How much of that is OA? I think it's like 13%. 13% of the existing stakes is the OA. 87% of the existing stakes are the actual users. So
That's
ever
beautiful.
growing, ever going up,
ever growing as well. Yeah,
It's just the beginning.
Yeah, I mean this is year 2, so things are gonna flourish year 2 to 3. It's just the way networks grow. So it's gonna be interesting to see because there's clearly a lot more people finding out about Hex, right? Like boom, very much so.
Yeah.
So how do you find out when network effect is gonna take off, right? Like when are you gonna find out? And what's this? Crypto Readers interviewing the guy that just bought PulseX. Time to see what the name. Yeah, thanks for the super chat, bro. But I don't really care about that. It's PulseX already. I don't even. Who cares? I don't understand. But anyways.
Can I ask something about that? That logo is not the final logo, is it?
No, it's not.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like it.
It looks like the 23. It's the 23andMe logo.
Yeah, the 20. Yeah, if you look at the 23andMe, it looks almost exactly like it. Like exactly like it.
Yeah, let's hope not.
Shout out to 23andMe, where my mom found out how much African we actually are.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's Sicilian. It's a line drive.
Yeah, so Richard gave out a whole lot of goodies this morning. And people, I just hope they understand that there's a difference between tacking on projects from a person that has proved himself and just random individuals, just because it's on a different chain, right? And I think that that's something that people need to start taking into account because there's going to be a lot of availability to do things on PulseChain that you just couldn't do anywhere on ETH because it was just too damn expensive. So there just wasn't going to be a lot of opportunity for you to do anything there. Now people are going to have a lot of opportunity to do a whole lot of things. So they need to be very careful with where they allocate capital.
Yep.
Because it's fun to play games, but understand that you're taking risks, and that's all.
So many new games to be played that are going to be coming up now. It's just mind-boggling.
Yep. You youngest must realize why crypto exists. Oh yeah. It's all about freedom. It's not even about getting rich. It just happens to be a byproduct of the system that currently exists.
Well said. Well said, man.
I mean, when the system economically is, functioning on the basis of something that is going straight to zero, well, that pretty much gets you up and to the right no matter what the item is. So, that's real basic. That's economics 101. So crypto is just going to benefit from that because it's the denominator. Nothing else can be done about that. So, that's just what it is.
And how much real crypto is there? Real, authentic, genuine crypto?
Not much.
Well, we're about to find out, right? Because when you see things like Ethereum and Bitcoin rolling over while Hex is turning upward, that makes you question exactly what capital prefers, right? Because as of right now, it looks like it's preferring Hex versus Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's what it looks like as of right now. But, time will tell, as always. But, I mean, there were major buys up there, that 65,000 area. So, I don't know.
And I think this stream is very, very, very important for especially the young folks, ladies and gentlemen that came into Hex or came into crypto as a whole. If you're young, if you're definitely under 25 or less, guys, this is major, right? This. I understand you're in college and this, but this is going to be the future. It's not going anywhere. Right. And you should learn of all the mistakes each one of us in the chat or in the stream has done in the past. It's like just skip it. Grab your 200 and pass go, right?
Skip it, man.
Well, we're telling you all the shit we have done, and don't make that mistake. And it's just so many 15-year 5556 you guys could do. I'm not saying you have to do every single thing like that, but man, I wish I was your age, man. Like it's crazy.
Words never spoke. Yo, man, Marco, that is so well said. It makes me think of my community, my brothers that I put my eye on, guys like Kyle W, like Kyler, like Tap, like Holland. These guys are all in their like mid-20s, early 20s.
Yeah, Valiant Brand, shout out to him.
Yeah, man, you guys, you are so on point. You don't even know the headaches you skipping right now. It's incredible. I take my hat off to you.
Yeah. Before crypto existed, man, my life was internet marketing, and trust me, that was hell. All right, autoresponders, emailing a list, coming our products, doing this, doing that, like, and one wrong move, your list disappears. It's all over. You got to start all over again. That happened to me. A buddy, a partner of mine's, rug pulled me. We had an email list about 140K people. It took about five years or so to build that, and it was beautiful because anytime we come out a product, all I had to do is, create a autoresponder, put a product there, make a couple of capture pages, a couple of videos, and bam, I made 20, 30K a month or every other month, and all that gone in a couple of seconds. And you learn from that. You learn from stuff like that. Then I came into crypto and played around with their so-called trader, and you get wrecked, and you think you win for like 2-3 weeks in a row, and you think you're gonna make it, and next that one move hits that reset button, and you got to start all over again, and it's just not worth it, man. To me, it's not worth it. I don't know for you guys, but to me, not anymore. It's definitely not worth it.
I was a professional fucker upper. That's basically that was not my title, my occupation, And when I made it, I spent it like I hated making it.
That's another thing too.
That's how it happens. Yeah, that's how it happens, and that's the thing, right? When you're a trader, you don't have the consistent inflow, of capital that you would like because you're too busy taking losses and having to recuperate them.
Yeah, man. If they listen to us, they get $1 billion watches just like this.
They don't want to believe it, but it's true.
What you got to learn from me, man. He stepped up his game.
Get a cardboard box that nice.
That's LV, by the way. LV box.
I mean, it's so real though, right? Because all we're trying to do is the same thing.
Yeah,
that's the funny thing. Nobody's trying to do anything different. Everybody's trying to do the same exact thing, and that's what's perplexing about people saying negative things about staking. It's actually the shortcut, you dumb fuck, because you don't actually have to do anything. You don't have to take the exercise of making a decision over and over and over and over again, exposing your pocket to downside risk and decision fatigue, which is common because you're not a robot. You're not a CPU. You need to reset. You're only but so good. And that's something you can't deny because that's how humans operate. So why would you play yourself when you don't have to? I mean, that to me is a no-brainer. This is why this is an opportunity of a lifetime. There's never been anything like this, man. Like an economic utility that forces you to have diamond hands, which is exactly how you win.
Yep. And you know, just to piggyback on what you just said, right? I think the most important thing is this, like you said, it does it automatically. But you know what else it does automatically? In the East Coast, 7 o'clock, that's when we get paid usually, right? Guys, even with dipping, it's like buying the dip for you. You know, how many times can you really buy the dip on your own to just, you know, get that move done? It does it automatically for you. It buys the dip every single time. It buys for you all the time. What else can you do besides staking that makes sense? It doesn't. Like, it makes perfect sense, right? Like, guys, just buy, stake, make your ladders, and you win. It's game over.
That's it. It's real simple.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, people have to understand the you know, when you're out there taking a roll of the dice every time, that's what you're doing, right? And if we all understand how the tables work, you know that the tables are skewed against you. The odds on the tables are skewed against you. You know, everybody should understand this because that's typically how it works, right? So that means that when you're taking a seat at the table, every time you play a hand, you're liable to take a loss. Simple, right? I mean, it doesn't get any more simpler than that. So why is it that makes sense to people? Why is it that taking crazy risk is something that makes sense? It
Hey,
doesn't.
Ronnie had a good question. He says, "Can you please explain what making a ladder is?"
Who wants to explain it? I can explain it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So a ladder is just basically when you take a bunch of T shares and you or a bunch of hex and you make T shares across the timeline. You know, 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 7 year, 9 year, 10 year, whatever interval you like for however long you like. That's basically
some people get nutty. Some people get nutty, man. Some people got monthly for 15 years. Some people got quarterly for 15 years. You know, it's up to you.
A simple way to do it too. Let's say hypothetical. You got 1 million coins, right? You break it down to 10 bags, 100K each, and you put one out every single year. That's a ladder, right? Next year comes, that ladder finishes, boom, you profit, take your principal, take your interest, whatever you want to do. You can restake it, cash it out, whatever. Next year it comes out, you do it again. Next year it comes out, you do it again. You said it once, you leave it and you forget it. And when it's time to when it's time to end the stake, you end the stake, good accounting, whatever it is you want to do. But it's a pretty simple concept. If you basically type in and Google like CD ladders, you'll get the concept of how it works. It's the easier way to explain it too.
Yep, you're just allocating capital across time. That's all.
Yeah.
And you're getting paid while you're doing it. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's it's just like Marco was saying. You get to buy the dip every single day. Why wouldn't you want to do that? I mean, my bag grew immensely during this dip. It's amazing. My P&L is gonna be something stupid on this next run up. So I'm hyped.
And what's beautiful, man, is during this 3-month dip, guys, remember, it was 3 months. We dropped almost 78%.
Right.
A lot of folks that wasn't staked, they would have probably sold and they probably would have got wrecked. That's another function, a feature of the staking, that it saves you from even yourself. The person you need to trust the most, yourself, you probably would have sold and walked away and probably would have regretted it, So, it has a lot of functions to it that people don't realize.
It's definitely a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just the whole idea of not having to worry about getting wrecked, because that's the thing you can't control. It just happens.
Yeah.
Like, you don't control that. It just happens.
And another thing people don't realize too is that when they try to, this is talking about getting wrecked and trading or all this other crap. Every time you make a trade, every time you do something, win or loss, guys, is a taxable event. Yeah, there's fees, there's taxes. Next, you know, you thought you was down 20,000. Not really. Uncle Sam wants his 20,000 too on the side that you lost. Like, you understand what I mean? And they don't have no sympathy. They don't care. They don't care for your story. They don't care if you got rug pull or developer team rug pulled you, or you know, they don't care. They're gonna rug pull you. You know, like they want their money and they want their cut. So
yeah, Wales though, when Kinetics hopped in on the last one with you and the beard, that was a dope conversation. Kinetics, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to Wales' last stream with Markable, you'll see Mr. Kinetics from Discourse hops in at 53. He hops in at 53 minutes. And I got to tell you, that conversation hit a stride at exactly the 1 hour mark. I have not only gone back and listened to it about 6 times myself, but I've shared that particular segment with many people I care about, you know, who I want to have the information. It's really enlightening, which is ubiquitous for Mr. Wales as well as Mr. Kinetics and the beard, but it's empowering. It's empowering. You want to start flipping chairs over and burning shit, man. Like I'm playing. You know, I'm just speaking figuratively, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it's empowering. Is my
people don't realize like how smart Kinetics is. Like Kinetics, if you're watching this, you're a fucking genius, bro. Like he knows his shit. And there's a lot of things he's doing behind the scenes that the community understands. They're like, you know, they'll be like, yo, you the man, bro. Like, shout out to you and your team, man.
Well, I love the man because he you know, he recognizes the gifts that people have, the diverse gifts that people have. He don't have what Kinetics doesn't have a one size fits all purview of life. He'll look at you and be like, damn, you got that going on, you know, and then look at somebody else right down the line and be like, damn, you got that going on. And he'll put you all to work, man, like in the best way possible. It's a beautiful thing. He's a necessary element in this community.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
We got so many people like that though, for real. I mean, I look at all you guys, man. I'm like, damn.
Everybody playing a role. Everybody got to, you know, everybody brings something to the table, you know.
Yeah, agreed.
That's an important thing, man. Like everybody has to realize that you know, they don't stand alone. Nobody stands alone here. Everybody's on the same side doing something. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one person doing one thing and nothing else. Like multiple people are playing multiple roles and they're making stuff happen. And by the time people are privy to it, you know, they'll just be benefiting from it. And that's the whole point. Right? We're just building the world we want. And that's it.
That's right. And I got to shout out my man Casper321, man. He sat me down around the new year when I got right as I was getting into this formally.
Yeah.
So you guys all know, like, I was into Richard since 2017 on the self-help tip, but I missed out on Hex, and I got in then this year, right? And around January, Casper says to me, he says, brother, he said, you gotta get off Thothschild Island. Okay. You're still smarting from the big D, and you know, you just like, you got to step out in the world and let your light shine. And I was just like, what are you talking about, man? Like, that's stupid. And then all of a sudden it like hit me like a ton of bricks. No man, no woman is. And you can make yourself bionic. You can exponentially multiply your powers when you get yourself with and around the proper people. I'm living it. I'm living it. I'm seeing it. It's amazing.
100%.
You know what's shocking? Go ahead, Wales.
Nah, go ahead.
Yeah, like just to jump on what he said, like, you know, it's shocking, right? Like a year ago, 2 years ago, you know, I could look at my phone, I could look at, you know, the people around me and be like, okay, this is where I'm at. And now, like a year and a half, 2 years after Hex, I could pick up my phone, look at 10 contacts. And those 10 contacts are probably worth $1 billion together. Like, how stupid is that? Like, that's my network, right? Like in the future, one call could change my life, could change anybody's life, a partner in the future's life. Like, it's beautiful, man. This community is so powerful. People don't realize it.
And you know what's crazy too? It's not just that they put in the work and they got the ends. These are the motherfuckers who will actually legitimately catch you if you are falling backwards. Like,
and
this
they done it.
Community got heart. It's got heart so much.
And they
it's
done
mind-blowing, man.
It is, man. It's kind of crazy, right?
It's incredible.
I mean, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy because people don't want to, you know, a lot of people don't really understand that they have power.
Yeah.
You know, they have power and they can help people in a lot of ways. It's not just the same old, you know, it's a new world. It's a new world, and there's a lot of ways to help people.
Exactly.
You know, just being yourself could be sufficient for some. You know, if you don't put yourself out there, you're never gonna add any kind of value. You know, so it's important people understand that because that's critical. You
Well,
know,
we're all kind of a lesson, right? We're all kind of a case study.
yeah,
Are we
yeah,
not?
we all are a case study. That's right. I mean,
And
look at me. I'm a
yeah,
case study. Marco's a
yeah.
case study. Everybody's a case study, right?
Well, what you
Everybody
do,
had a unique path, right?
what you do, just being you, and this is one of the most
Right.
beautiful parts about it. Is I know that you're not setting out with the intent of the effect that you're necessarily having, but I remind you all the time, my friend. You empower these people. You people who are on the fence, they're not sure about where this life's going. It's a scary time, all that. Man, you hear whales talk, man. You start smacking your chest. You're ready to get out there like
Now you want to fight
what,
somebody.
you know?
Yeah, you should want to
What's
fucking
right,
fight somebody because shit's fucked
man?
up. Damn right.
Like I already told you. Give me that milk.
Yeah. I mean, we putting in all this work to rectify shit. You know, some motherfuckers think they could just come get paid and that's it.
Yeah,
And they're
that
so fucking
entitlement.
wrong.
Fucking entitlement.
They're so fucking wrong. You know, and they can call it whatever the fuck they want. You know, it's irrelevant to me. At the end of the day, they're just gonna get left behind like the rest of the rest of the plebs. Like it's just that simple. People that don't get involved, they get left.
Yeah, there's one thing I want to share with folks that I never share this with anybody, I think, is the way I think about the community and the way we are, right? So the way I see my journey, and I think everybody's journey I see around me, is like one big book that Richard Hart wrote, right? And it's simple. Do you want to be a word, a sentence, a page, or do you want to be a chapter in that book, a Richard Hart book, The Journey of the Hexicans, right? I want to make sure I make my own chapter and I'm part of that book. And I want to make sure when the world sees that book in the future, I can say I was part of history. Are you going to be part of history? Are you going to be a sentence, a word, or a chapter in that book? You get to decide that, right? We all get to decide that. I'm a chapter. I'm going to make sure I'm a chapter.
Amazing. I love
and
that.
when the next volume happens, I want to be part of that volume, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4. I ain't going nowhere. And I know most of y'all ain't going nowhere. So
Marco, I say, I
man.
tell people all the time that like, cause I see it like sonics and auditory is one of the wheelhouses of my gifts. And I see it like we're all like notes in consonant chord structures. Okay. And when you find, for me, my life experience, you know, half a century up in this motherfucker is I felt like I was a dissonant note in a chord so often. And it was inauthenticity that I was running up against. It was a lack of hunger to discover or know the truth or contend with or deal with the truth, right? So I'm out here just being myself. I'm ringing out my note, and my note is, it ain't working with all these chord structures around me, man. And now it's like, I find my Hexican community, my Hexican people, and now all of a sudden my note is in a chord that's consonant and it's beautiful. And now that chord is part of a movement, and that movement is part of an elegant, like orchestral piece that's going on here, man. It's such an amazing thing. So it kind of relates to what you're saying about like about the words, you know, same kind of ideal. It's funny you say that way. I like it.
That's the way I think, man. It's we all play a part. What part do you want to play? Nobody forces you. Oh no, you're only going to be a word in this book. Nah, man. You want to take the whole book, do more than the next person, right? It's that simple, man. Like no expectations work of others, you know.
I came out of nowhere, man.
Oh yes, you did, and you took over, bro.
Came out of nowhere.
When I first heard you, I'm like, this guy sounds like he's from New York. Who the fuck is this guy?
Here we go.
Another people were like,
and when I heard the math formulas and the charts, I was like, that's the same dude. I'm like, okay, let's get this. Yeah, man, phenomenal.
It's abnormal. It's entirely abnormal. I get it. You know, that's the whole point.
It is weird.
But that's the whole point.
Jay, right? how so, Jay? I want to hear that.
I mean, it's the dialect. You gotta, you know, I talk about language, man. Language is hard. Language is everything. It's the coaches, how you get your message across, right? So if you don't know how to speak in the dialect or speak in the lingo, it's much harder to get the same information across to a different side of the culture. You know what I mean? It's just really difficult. So, you know, Wells does it well. You know, obviously, you know, Richard does it well. There's only a handful of people that can kind of like bridge that gap, you know. That's how I see it, at least.
No, you're dead on. And we've been talking about it ad nauseum or ad infinitum anyway lately. It's just like this whole thing about Wales is threatening, like I don't understand why
He speaks too rough.
he has to be so mean about it. I'm like,
Voice.
motherfucker, this man is committed to what he knows. Yeah, he's committed to what he knows.
Stream.
What do you want? You want some strawberry shortcake and some whipped topping with that? You dumb motherfucker! Come on, dude.
I think that I think the way I was raised was I was raised in a single family home as well, but my aunt was more of she was an alpha female, so she knew what it took what it took to raise a young boy for the most part. Yeah. The rest of it I had to learn on my own. But I did get that at a young age where it was like, okay, you can do the things that your sisters can't do. That was already taught to me in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So she used to talk to me aggressively. So that I would have to get that information across in a way where it was more aggressive than someone else would normally be spoken to. So sometimes you have to be yelled at or spoken to in a way where it's like, oh,
hell yes.
Wait, why wasn't I thinking this? I was you get lost in between the trades and the yield farming and the whole concept and just wrapped up in that whole world. And once you get wrapped up in it, you forget what you were in crypto to begin with for. You know what I mean? Like you forget its sovereignty. You forget, you're chasing the bag. You forget that, once you get the bag, you take that out and you put that to the side to keep it away from the traders, right? People's gonna take your money from you. Yeah. So with Hex, you don't have to worry about that. You set it to the side and it gains interest for you. You don't have to worry about trades. You don't have to worry about any of that. Like you can go to sleep at night and wake up and feel confident your money's there. You know what I mean?
Go to sleep at night. That's right.
Yeah.
You want to know something, bro? Why you talking that when you're a trader and you're trading like FX and shit like that and you really just exposed, right? You just got a position on and there's nothing you can really do except just hold that position open. Sometimes the market will move against you to the point where they'll just ding you. They'll just straight just hit you. Yeah, they'll just hit you. They'll just margin call you.
But you're another player in the game, right? They don't. Who cares? Yeah. Like it's like who cares? Like you're another player in the game. So like that's what my concern was with. Just like you just being another number, another play in the game. And once you realize like you are just another number, another play in the game, and you can get wrecked, you tend to not want to get wrecked anymore. And if you don't want to get wrecked anymore, you play it a little bit more safer, right? You start to understand that you need to hold your keys. You need to start to understand that your pass phrases and receive phrases are very, very important. Like you forget these things when you're tied up in NFTs, you're tied up and chasing any other bag that I don't know what the fuck is anymore. Yeah. But you get caught up in it. And I got caught up in it because it's like it's fun, right? It's fun, and then you just step back for a minute. And you're like, hold on, let me grow up.
But you see how you just don't even know what's going on anymore.
No, I don't know. I don't care no more.
Hey, big up Sandra. Bro. Big up Sandra. I saw that. That's that Northeast Coast ethos that we have. Me, Philly, you guys, maybe New York and whatnot, man. It's just tough. Yes. It's tough love is what it is, man.
Yeah, man.
And I'll tell you, J.O., I got cold sweats and goosebumps when you brought up that female archetype. That woman, strong older woman who will just smack you upside your fucking head.
Oh yeah, I needed that as a kid from Brooklyn, man. Like I ran around the streets. I did, it got to the point where I got to an age where she hit me, and I looked at it. I was like, "Wait a minute, hold up," And she was like, "Okay, well, I can't hit him no more. He's an adult, and it's like I can't do that no more. I have to actually let you know by words, and that's when it became more of like, But it was needed, man. Like it's needed, man. Like I wasn't raised in the Midwest. It's a different type of
it was a different tempo.
Listen, it's nothing short of maybe kept you alive, right? Because I was a block captain in South Philly, and every block in South Philly has a lady or a mom, an aunt, of the block. Okay,
absolutely. That was definitely my aunt. That is my aunt.
And she'd be that one, right? And she's keeping an eye on everything and
keeping shit check.
Some of the raw ways that she would be acting, is actually serving to keep some people alive. And people think like she's raw or whatever, but what she's doing is she's giving love her way. She's giving
her
lessons.
way, exactly.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
That's why I got the cold sweats when I them ladies
thought you were coming back.
yeah, them ladies will set you straight, man.
Yeah, for sure. Hence the reason why I'm even involved into she's the reason she got me my first computer, 12 years old. You know, so
God bless.
Yeah, I remember Toshiba Windows processor. And after that, I was like, I need a Mac, and then it just kind of became this thing. I started rebuilding my computers myself and doing all that. She guided that in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I fell out of that world of being into computers for a little while, and then got into the manufacturing world and just running businesses. But I always had that love for it, right? Always had the love for IT and software and stuff like that. So when systems and everything start becoming involved, it was a language I understood. It was like, okay, I can get this. So again, it comes down to the language, right? So I mean, that's how I look at it, at least.
Where can I see your stuff, man?
I had stuff on Instagram. I'm just more focused on crypto right now, and just because it was either me investing either investing my money in my business and myself as far as like running that, and it's very I think it's not a good time to run any kind of business that's not like autonomous or it's running itself. It's not a good idea.
Yeah,
so
it's not conducive. It's not conducive environment for that shit right now. It's not.
Yeah,
well,
it's not,
technically you are doing a business, right?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You got your T-shares. You got your
that
Pulse.
is a business,
right?
right?
You got
your P-Hex.
Exactly where I was going with it.
And then you go back to the real world and make those.
There you go, and that's exactly that was the idea, because it was like the idea was focus on making the money, right? Like you have to focus on making the money, because you can't if you're not focused on making the money in a legitimate way or in the easiest way possible, or then you're doing it wrong. You're doing it backwards. This would be silly for you to. I'm gonna open up a sandwich shop for the first time, opposing to I can take that same money and like if you do your homework enough, you know where you're going. You know where you're putting your money into.
Not even trying.
I have a buddy in that wanted to open a cell phone shop in Brooklyn. And I think he invested around like 80-90K to start off. And this is when I was telling him to get into Hex and all that. He didn't want to. And, he's still up afloat, struggling, right now.
Right, because now he has to put in the physical work.
Yeah. So now he recently got into it. Thank God, thank God. But he wishes he would have gotten way sooner, because he would have realized by now he could have sold some and opened his business while affecting. And he got 2 businesses running now,
Right. Right.
So it happens, man. But you're doing the smart thing. So
the smart thing is actually putting your money into actual like investment for the future, opposing to putting it into something that you think because the way the business model of today isn't going to be tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, so what you think that you're prepared for is not going to be something that's going to be longevity. It's not going to be a 5-year plan. Like, I know for a fact I have to reposition myself in my industry, right? And I'm gonna have to figure it out in a digital way. And that's what I've been doing with my partners. You know what I mean? Trying to figure this out in a way where how can we, take the fashion world and make it into a digital platform in a way where it's also, on a street level of, because that's where mostly I think the consumers are, right? On the street level, like the hype beast level. So if the money's there, how do we, kind of position ourselves first in a way where we don't get bombarded by the bigger guy, right? And that's based on all community. So I know for a fact, what I mean, just kind of like making sure that like my community is solid and making sure that the people around me are solid. And I get that from Hex. I get that in the Hex community. That's what I love. So, I mean? Like, I know I'm on the right path.
Yeah. And the words you're speaking, they're coming straight from Robert Kiyosaki's mouth, right? Pave yourself first, always yourself first.
Yep.
I think that guy will be an incredible hexagon. I really hope he does it. But think about it, right? We're paying ourselves first, and teachers are making sure we're being paid first over and over and over. So we made
let's talk about these B shares as becoming a little bit,
Oh yeah.
It's crazy because
Markable posted a tweet. Was it Markable? I'm pretty sure it was Markable that posted this tweet about $1,000, and all he got was 760 billion shares.
Crazy,
something like that. Yeah.
It's here.
Yeah.
People don't realize it, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Get your
people are
t-shirts.
saying when a t-shirt is gonna go deflationary. I've been saying they already been.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People don't want to understand that, and that's because they're not looking at the data. You know, they're looking at some price chart. They're not understanding how the system works. You know,
Right.
there's a transfer of value at all times. It's not instant. You know what I'm saying? It's not a hockey stick. Like that's not reality.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get when people are wash trading and pumping a coin on by force. That's not organic. You know what I'm saying? That's not something you want to actually make money from.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Be
Because that
careful
ain't
with
going that ain't gonna be around, right?
Well, be careful what you wish for too, right? We've
Right.
talked about it before. Everybody that just wants so badly for this whole legacy side to get up in Hex and wants
Oh
so
man.
badly for us to be on exchanges. I'm like, man, be careful what you wish for,
Yep.
dude.
Yeah, we gonna do it our own way.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
People
right.
gotta understand that,
Yeah.
right?
And at what better time?
It
At
ain't
what
their
better?
way. It's our way. That's
That's
how
right.
we're doing shit.
And
over
they'll be
here.
coming. Don't get me wrong. They will be coming, right? But you want to make sure the community, you want to make sure Hex, you want to make sure the whole ecosystem is ready for it. It's set in stone. Everything is flawless. So no matter what these shenanigans guys try to do,
Yes.
it won't
Yes.
affect
It won't
nothing.
matter.
It will be
And
nothing. It'll be a drop in the bucket.
We'll be
So,
anti-balas by then. We'll be
Exactly.
bulletproof. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh yeah.
we're in the middle of it. We're in the middle of a paradigm shift. An epoch has just concluded, really,
Yep.
and now
Just
we're in
come
the
in place for
process
everything.
of
We're
establishing a new
literally
one.
turning the dial
Yep.
every single day.
Yep. We
Every
sure
single
are.
day we're turning
Hey,
the dial to the new form
really
of
quick,
what reality is gonna be.
Mr. Dolo put a quick comment. A B share is $8 now, right? Remember when the t-shirt was like around 60 cents or so? Guys,
you
it's
go.
moving fast.
That's
Like
what I'm
understand
telling
that.
you.
Soon we're gonna be arguing about who has the most B shares, right? Like
Yep.
So,
Essentially, that's what you will want it at, right? Like because they're
Yeah.
more accessible, but they're still limited. You know, they're still becoming. That's
and the
what
B
you
share is
want.
important. You still get some hex from it.
Oh,
Don't
yeah, for
think
sure.
it's nothing. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just a B share. I'm gonna get it now. No, B share might give you 2-3 hex per C share. You know, like don't be
Right.
stupid. You know, it's still some hex coming your
It'll
way.
start
So
adding up. Mhm.
mhm.
This is good.
yeah, it's crazy out here, man. Because I remember when I came into Hex, them t-shirts was not free. And people thought they were expensive, and look at them now. I mean,
Yep.
what are you gonna do when t-shirts hit 100,000? Because they going there.
And a little quick tip, right? That people don't think this way. Let's say, for example, let's say you bought $1,000 worth of hex. It only gave you 700 billion t-shirts, right? Don't forget, guys, you get in the clone. So you get a 700 billion here,
Oh, you got
700
1.4
billion here.
t-shirts.
It goes to one t-shirt. You flip both sides on one side. You know, think about that.
Yeah,
People think outside the box. A lot of
that
people
is
not thinking
true.
outside the box. You know, so
Thank you for the super chat there. Sack the laughing man. Are you supposed to be like Stevie A. Cohen, the laughing man, or what? What's the SAC for, bro? School me. But yeah, man.
That stands for sacrificing all coins.
Speaking of PulseChain, let's get into this.
yeah.
Let's get
Speak
into
about
this.
explain this to us like we're 5 years old, Wales.
So this is in regards to the PulseX, which is going to be the pancake, the DEX for PulseChain. And there's going to be an LP token for that. So this is talking about that. Okay. Game theory will blow your mind. So some PulseX game theory will blow your mind. PulseChain.com has around 1,000 times the supply Ethereum has. So not 10,000, but 1,000. Right. Thus, the ratios in the Uniswap liquidity pools need to be fixed by a bot at launch. It will buy 100 million USDC for just 2,500 worth of PLS. Doesn't sound like a lot of value for PLS, right? Because that's kind of crazy. But let's keep on reading. This is just one pair on V2. V3 has even more liquidity. Note that USDC is on the Pulse chain. No one knows what its value will be yet. The point is, the ratio fixer bot is going to be very rich in the coins it harvests at launch. It deposits them in PulseX.com. PulseX.com launches as the vastly most liquid trading system for PRC20s. Combine that with ERC20s bridged in and paired with their free PRC copies, backing PRC20 value and rewarded with PLSX tokens. Boom. That liquidity bonds the prices of the ERCs and PRCs together. Now that is a form of that Hart's law that he talked about a while back, right? Because what he's basically doing is marrying these pairs through these pathways. And he's going to be rewarding, right, the liquidity providers with the PLSX tokens on the PRC20 side. That's what this is saying. A percentage of the fees cause buybacks and burns PLSX. So all of this is going to be paying whoever is going to be allotted those fees. So if you're a liquidity provider for PLSX, voila, you just got some PLSX on top of that. So, and it's a deflationary coin more than likely. So people ask, I know people are going to want to know what they should do for SAC, let's talk about that for a second.
And he mentioned it earlier, right? Because I even tweeted about it, where a lot of people, they're arguing back and forth, like what would be the best to SAC, and some
it's Hex,
like,
man. You know, it's a no-brainer,
and they just don't get it. Like a lot of people think, oh, ETH, USD, and Richard said it beautifully. Like if Pulse was coming out before the SAC, then you go with USDC. If it's not, and we all know it's not, it's Hex, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you buy and you SAC Hex, you're making it disappear. So if you're gonna consider buying anything with new fiat and that thing not be Hex for some reason, why?
Exactly.
Just because you don't want to get rid of Hex? Well, if you're gonna buy something else to get rid of it, you might as well get rid of Hex.
Say that again, Wells. I think people don't understand what you just said again.
If you're gonna buy something else just to get rid of it, you might as well buy Hex to get rid of it.
So you're telling me if I wanted it to SAC something, I could do USD or ETH, and I have my Hex I'm not going to touch no matter what on the side. If I'm going to buy $5,000 worth of something, why not be Hex? And you're going to SAC that, and it will never be sold ever again. Meaning the bag you have here down the road goes up in value. Why wouldn't you want to do that? It's a no-brainer,
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's so crazy, right? Like
it's so easy.
Why not?
And we had this whole discussion when the PulseX was happening. We're having the same discussion. Like, guys, rewind the tapes. Watch the past videos.
I can't believe we're having this again. This is kind of crazy. It's like, how many times do we got to have the same conversation? I guess all the time.
It's okay. You know what it is? It's a lot of information out there, and everybody wants the best game theory, but stick to what works, guys. It's very simple. Do what's best. Not financial advice, but buy the Hex, man. It's no brainer.
I mean, I would love to SAC for this. I mean, I'm gonna assume the fiat value is gonna be the ticker, is gonna be the ticket like last time, like PulseChain. So you want to buy a coin that's gonna go up. If you're gonna buy anything, you don't want to expose yourself to a stable coin or something like ETH that's on a downtrend.
Exactly.
Right. So that's also something you want to take into consideration, because the fiat value will more than likely matter. Let's continue reading. A percentage of the fees cause buybacks and burns PLSX. It looks like a play on the value of all PRC20s in Uniswap, and with liquidity bonding PRC and ERC prices together, a play on the value of all ERC20s in Uniswap and similar, like Sushi, Bancor, etc. I guess these are other dexes. I don't know these. So if anybody wants to school me, knock yourself out. By the way, the estimate of $2,500 PLS isn't really accurate because it uses 10,000 PLS per dollar to guesstimate the value, but no one really knows the value as PLS launches at 0. Oh, he's funny.
Like fireworks coming out of your head.
Yeah.
So, oh my God.
So should I read that again? By the way, the estimate. So he's basically saying that that's not accurate, right? Because the bot is really using 10,000 per dollar, right? So the number is 25,000. That's just 2,500. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, hold on, I'm not on the right browser.
You know that why you're doing that, right? You know that GIF where Richard Hart is in the coat running back and forth, The more you tweet, that's how I keep on doing in my house. Like, wow, oh my god, it's more money, more X's this way. You're like, it's crazy, man. It's so crazy.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
guy's a genius.
yeah,
Genius.
but you know what's funny? Whatever it is, he's gonna make it into a rubber band, right? Because that's how all this ecosystems that we're gonna contend with work. I look at PulseChain. PulseChain is gonna be, you're gonna validate your stake, right? You're gonna delegate your stake, excuse me, or delegate your voting to the validator node of your choice on PulseChain, and via that action, you're gonna earn yield, right? And then the more transactions, right, the more better the network, the more everything, right? And then the higher the burn rate also. So it's going to be a straight deflationary coin. Whatever's out there is that's it. So the most interesting thing for me at what is going to be the launch of PulseChain is going to be how all of the existing Pulse outside of the liquidity pools are going to only be in people's wallets. That's it. There's not just going to be any Pulse floating around out there.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens exactly, because this is something that we've never really seen before.
And remember the interview he had with Superman, right? People tend to forget. He told him he doesn't, with his projects and his stuff, he does not like a high circulating supply. So what's out there is only what's out there. That's it. He's not gonna be releasing a ton more and a ton more later on. No. It's done deal.
No. The Pulse that's going to be minted, that's it. There's not going to be any more PulseChain coins. Like, that's it.
Right.
Like,
I really don't think a lot of people understand that. Like,
yeah, if it's 135 trillion, like, that's it. 135 trillion, no more.
It sounds like a lot.
It sounds like a lot, right?
Well, it sounds like a lot, but think about it. About good 90% is gonna be locked away instantly. So
yeah,
not a lot.
Look at how much Hex we got. Look how much Hex we got, and look how much there isn't.
Yep. And remember, it gets burned every time a transaction happens. 25% of that. So, and think about it: millions and millions and millions of people doing transactions by 3-second blocks. Guys, that's a high rate of burn, and people don't understand that.
Can we look at it for 2 seconds? Where is this thing?
Please pull it up.
We even talk about all the nice stakes we can put in.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna be crazy.
Every time you see a block move,
ladders.
that's 25% of those fees gets burnt.
3 seconds.
I'm only interested in ladders.
Yo, please, people. When Pulse goes live, pay attention to your addresses, because once you click send, that thing's gone. That's 3 seconds, man. That's it. That thing is gone. Look at these blocks; they just flying by.
Yeah. So think about it, right? So I know it's hard to do the math like that, but once you count every 3 seconds, that could be billions or millions of Pulse being burnt. The transaction fees. Every single time, boom, boom, boom.
I mean, imagine if NFT gets jumping. If NFTs really come over here and get jumping, it's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna take it. Yeah,
and they'll ratchet up too. Think about that. So,
like, as crazy as it is for me to be talking about it, I understand that crap takes a lot of processing power. It takes a lot of processing power. So that's why I use it so much. Yeah. What you call it? Coins to fucking do shit.
Yeah.
Or disk drive to do shit. Excuse me. Coins.
Look at that. I went to the smoke shop earlier, and the guy that was in the attendee was like,
another block.
He said, explain NFTs to me.
Oh wow.
Like, oh yeah, it's over.
It's over for sure. Wow.
Yeah.
You mean doing a store on your block, bro?
Yeah, when I went to the smoke shop to pick up some lighters and stuff.
Yo, the top is in.
Yeah, he was like, yo, explain NFTs to me. And I was like, yep, it's over.
Is in.
Hey, Will,
mind you, I never even spoke to him really about anything. So don't know why he even asked me.
Quick question. Do you know how many transactions was done on V1? Like, what was the estimated final number?
Nah, I got no clue about any of that, bro.
Okay.
I'm just a spectator in this sport. I don't dabble in all of that. Because there's so much to keep up with. It
really is. You gotta be in tune.
Yeah, I'm already working on too much other stuff. I couldn't do it. So I just let that one go. There was already enough people involved too that was smarter than me, so I was good.
Yeah, if you find the answer, guys, in the chat, we'll post it up on Twitter or something like that for you.
Yeah, if y'all got that number, definitely share. I don't know it. I would like to know it. So we're looking at Bitcoin here. Yeah, just doing this thing.
Not looking good.
Nope. And Ethereum in the same boat. I mean, this is just
It's trying to
gonna be
hold on,
nasty.
but it's
It's gonna
struggling
be
right there, man.
nasty. Yeah, it's gonna be nasty. It broke. It broke. This is
Yeah.
just hanging on before it rolls over. That's all. That is all. Hex is just gonna
Yeah, that big
reclaim.
wick killed it, man. Hard.
Yeah, Hex just reclaimed bull trends. So we'll see how long it holds it. Looking good so far. But I mean, 3-second blocks, bro.
Good.
So far, total transactions 66,000, total blocks 13 million. Oh my god, man, this is beautiful, bro.
A lot of wallets now. I think the last time I looked, there was like only 60-something thousand wallets. So
How many
using it.
dev teams were there last time playing with it? It was like over 400 or so different
I don't
type of
actually know.
projects or something like that. That's insane, man. The 400 nodes running or something like that. Like, that's sick.
Really?
Yeah, something like that. When I read about it.
Man, that's crazy. I guess this is gonna be high use out the gate.
Yeah.
If that many people are already
Richard
testing
mentioned
it.
something like that. Like, there's the common folks, the developers, and the common hexagons, and there's people that it's unknown that's was testing this crap out, a bunch of teams.
Yeah.
So there's lots of people ready for this shit.
Yeah, PulseChain is being talked about a lot, like a lot. So
It's interesting because people say to the contrary. Huh. Very interesting. Very interesting. People say to the contrary. The bot empties all ERC20 copies from all the liquidity providers at launch as of the PulseX liquidities. This profit percentage on trading fees. Oh, so maybe this just pays you by holding it? Huh, that'll be interesting. Can't wait to find out more. Yeah, I can't wait to hear more details on how this is going to be built because it's going to be interesting to see if that's going to be one of them coins that you just hold in your wallet and you just get other coins, for just holding it. You know what I'm talking about? There's coins like that where they just because you holding it, they pay you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this will be one like that. I don't know. That's kind of how that reason. It seems like this might be one of those.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll
what's the purpose of quick swaps? They don't. It's just there.
Who? I don't know what that is.
A little band-aid to solve some issues.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
I'm talking about the actual token. That's all.
Oh,
it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think about what it does. It doesn't do anything.
I think it's just the LP coin too.
Yeah,
I think that was just the LP coin too.
Yeah, that's all it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything more.
It don't do nothing.
I mean, this one is just gonna be how people get paid for providing liquidity. So it's gonna have that purpose. It's gonna be worth something because it's gonna be a way to earn money.
Right.
It's gonna provide you a yield if you hold it. Apparently, PLSX coin holders profit a percentage of trading fees from PulseX. That's what that reads like to me. So I don't know if that's exactly what it means, but that's what it reads like to me. So we'll see.
And I think a lot of people don't understand like how powerful, how big PulseX is going to be. And folks understand like a Binance network, Pancake Swap and how huge Pancake Swap was on the Binance network. It was probably like, I think a range from between like 60 to 80% of their traffic. Everybody and their mother was on that network yield farming out the ass all day, every day, 24/7. And when these folks finally realize, like, oh my God, there's something called PulseChain, and we could do that plus more on this other network and even cheaper than Binance was. And Binance was cheap back then. Oh man, guys, like this is huge. Like I was beyond excited for PulseChain, right? And when he dropped this knowledge, like I'm telling you, I put my code on. I was running like Richard back and forth. Like I was like, what? Like how much richer is this guy gonna try to make us? Like it is stupid. I'm telling you, I have a lot of friends that's into this yield farming business, and they would not touch Hex at all. But once they found out PulseX is coming out, they got in Hex, but they understand the plays. You get your Hex, get your copy, you have more things to play with when everything else comes out. They finally got it. And think about a lot of people who would not touch Pulse or Hex but they see this and they will be coming. They will have no choice to come on this side.
Yeah,
So
you know what? I don't agree with
crazy.
this statement. I don't agree with this statement, and I'll tell you why. I think so many people miss PulseChain that they
Nah.
want this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They want PulseX, man. That's a fact. Like you see it.
Yeah.
You see it, man. People still asking like before this, people were asking when this was coming.
Yeah.
People were
Pulse
asking
Boost.
for this before it came.
Yeah, and this is a
So
comment
yeah,
to
this is
Pulse
gonna be
Boost.
big.
I mean, who don't
Hey,
want to get in at 0?
Yeah. Of a
Not only that, but
coin that people know is gonna be made by a guy that makes good coins.
like Richard
That
said,
too.
for the first time ever, you're getting one side of the playing field for free. Okay.
Yeah.
In this yield farming business, you got to play with both sides, right?
Yeah.
First time ever. Once again, guys, you're getting this side for free to play with. Okay. Something happens, you only lost one side, not both, kind of, right?
Right.
For free. In this world of the yield and this pancake swap and sushi swap and all that stuff, those things were huge, man. This is gonna be a next level type of thing, man. It's going to be. I didn't
It's
even
a
speak
whole
about it.
ecosystem that's
It
gonna
gets
be
you
able
$1 billion
to
watches, guys. That's it. Over. That's it. Right? That's it.
I mean, it's a whole ecosystem, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A
It's
whole
beautiful, man.
ecosystem is gonna be set up here for free. It's crazy. So
Damn.
yeah,
It's good times, man. I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
like, damn, like, to be a part of it without, I don't know, man, because I feel like I got onto Bitcoin just too late, right? Because I was being ignorant, but now it's just like, okay, I can't lie a lot this time. But it's ridiculous.
Yeah, bro, you early as hell. Congrats.
Yeah.
Being early is the ish, man. There's nothing better than being early in my book.
Yeah.
Because that means you got a lot of zeros by default.
By default,
And that's all
yeah.
you need, bro.
You're still early, man.
Yep.
I mean, and that's
And
the thing. People don't understand. They gotta just keep buying. You can't ever stop. Like people
Yeah.
that been around for 2 years are still buying.
Yeah.
It's only
I try
2
to buy
years
as
old.
much as I can, whenever I can. As long as Gwei is not too crazy, gas fees is not too crazy, I try to
Right.
jump in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, man. It's nothing to think about.
Yeah. Yeah.
When
And
the
really
Gwei is
quick,
not there, yeah, go ahead, bro.
and I'll make the statement really quick. So for those who are scared to buy Hex now and they're waiting for PHEX to come out to start buying because of gas fees, guys, remember this. And I made a video about this months and months and months ago. You buy your Hex now. I don't care if it costs you $200-300 in gas fees. I don't care if you stake it 5 years and it costs you $1,000. Understand the profit you're gonna make off of that alone, right? Even if you don't have $1,000 to end that stake, guys, you got the free pair over here. And the stake of the free pair because they're gonna finish at the same time. Take a little profit of the PHEX side, unlock your EHEX, then switch it over if you want. It's a no-brainer. That issue is gone. Like nobody should ever be thinking about that. And
Not only that,
once
we get a large amount of players off of the ETH,
it's gonna balance out.
Yeah, the gas fees are gonna start dropping, and you'll be able to get out of those situations.
Exactly.
Regardless. So
don't wait. Don't wait.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
I wouldn't wait. Yeah, because you don't know if the snapshot happened or not. You hear rumors that it might have happened, but you don't know. So I definitely would make sure your bags are straight before you even assume.
Oh, Dolo, what up, homie?
Yo.
Yeah.
Buddy.
What up? What up? What up?
Brother?
What's up? What's up?
Chilling. Over
Pleasure.
here
I'm aboard,
listening,
brother.
sitting in the chat. You feel?
That's right, man.
Hope I ain't keep you waiting too long. I ain't even noticed you was back there.
Bro, to be honest, I didn't even notice you sent me the stream. You feel me?
Oh, I just sent
just
you a
checked
little
my
while
phone.
ago.
Yeah, I just checked my phone.
It weighs 45 right now. That's cheap, guys. Like, come on.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, that's nice.
Like,
No,
no,
no
excuse.
gravity.
You know why I thought the Gwei was low? All right, for the week, I thought it was gonna be low because of this Jake Paul fight. And I was like, this NFT shit about to start going off again.
That was a good fight, by the way. Surprisingly, it was good.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Kind of felt like the ending was sketched, but it was good.
Everybody keeps saying that shit, bro.
What the hell? I ain't never heard nothing like that before.
Yeah, man, because whatever your right mind as a pro fighter, you know that the right hook is coming, and you literally went like this and saw it coming. You still like that and got hit. Like, Come on.
Yeah, he put him to sleep.
Yeah, he hit him hard,
did.
bro. I'll tell you that. That was a hard.
Even if it was staged,
Yeah.
he hit him very hard. You heard it. Like
got
it
paid
rung his
Yeah.
bell. Like what'd he say? Put him in airplane mode.
Oh,
It's crazy. You put him in airplane mode.
He was out.
Disrespectful.
He was way out.
Airplane mode. That's funny.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh shit, man.
But thanks for everyone who's still around in this chat. You guys are phenomenal, man. We love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 240 people watching. Yo, it's crazy right now.
Phenomenal, man. It's exciting. I love it.
Yeah, it's out of control. I don't know what's going on here.
So them T shares, bro. $1. Once we get to $1, that's 20K.
Yeah. Just like that.
Just like that.
Yo,
it's outrageous. It's
Then his
outrageous.
$2, the $5.
Let's see.
Stupid, man.
What I
We're at
missed?
24 and a quarter. What up, Thos? We're at
Young
24 and a
Thoth.
quarter.
Young Thoth.
Yo, what up? Thoth. Yeah, there are a lot of different ways to say it, man. For real,
Yeah.
man.
Doth child.
Got to go set the kids straight. You know, make them usual ubiquitous parental threats about how Christmas.
Hey, man.
Christmas ain't
Christmas
gonna
is
happen.
canceled.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
When it hits 6:30,
You'll sit your asses down.
I get my
Christmas is
kids-
canceled this year.
Give
Give me a reason. Some Hex.
Listen, when it hits 6:30, I threaten the shit out of my kids. I show them like the tablet, like, you want to watch Dad on stream? Watch it. Do not run in this room, or Santa will never come.
Oh,
It's
man.
crazy.
I look at my wife. I'm like, babe, I need you right now.
My eldest is interested in Hex. Ever since I got him his, they all get one that matures on their 18th birthday, right?
Nice.
I told you this story before, Wales, and I got him this one hoping that it would enable the child to, you know, do whatever they do when they graduate high school, maybe backpack Europe, maybe have something towards starting his business. I told him I don't care about college as long as he gets training. If he wants to be an apprentice, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know about that going into debt and then having a degree and he can't even manage a fucking Arby's, right? So I told him, I said, you want to be a welder? Get your scuba license and learn how to weld. You'll make more money than 99% of the people on planet Earth doing that shit. Yeah. So anyway, I was hoping the child would be able to get when this stake matures, thinking, you know, maybe he'll be able to get himself a nice little set of wheels, man, get himself like a Subaru or something safe. Yeah. I looked at this stake, you know, back when we were pumping. I said, yo, son, I wasn't saying I wanted you to get a Bugatti, okay?
A flicking jet.
Yes. Oh my God. What did I do? I told him, I said, hey man, you can have the Ethereum side. Dad's taking the Pulse side.
You know, and I love that you brought that up, right? Because I have two kids, 7 and 5, right? And I made a few 555 stakes for them, nothing less than 15 years, right? And you know, I hate this concept that people be like, oh, 15 years so long, this and that. Well, in 15 years from now, my daughter will be 21, my son will be 18, right? You telling me I'm not gonna live long enough to see a 20-year-old or 18-year-old like we usually all do? Like, guys, get that time thing out of your head. Like, it's
my ass was chapped about it too, because I bet you any money I'm older than all four of you motherfuckers. You know, I was like, well, what am I gonna do? Be like, oh, check out the fresh mags on my wheelchair, motherfucker. But
hey, you be floating soon, yeah?
Right, my hoverboard. No, but I got 4 kids, so I understand what you're saying. For real.
Hey, with the longevity, he'll be walking.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
This is a good comment right here. So people undervalue their portfolio of stake. For example, 100 T-shares at $1 is approximately 20 million, as opposed to just about $1 million when it's just liquid, right? Because you're just holding 1 million coins,
right? Facts.
Okay.
All right. As an estimate, you know. So you short.
You short.
Yeah, man. You're short. So, you know, I mean, look at right now, Hex is at 24 and 3/4 or so, and a third.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. When I did the time capture on these charts, the price was 24.73, so it's a little lower right now. And as always, you know,
your favorite.
They don't believe it until it's too late. I mean, it's funny because we're just gonna retrace right now. We're gonna see that high, and then we're gonna chug along sideways probably for a little bit and just keep going. Because that's usually how it goes down. I mean, look, we've essentially recaptured this trend line, right? If this is something, some kind of relation right here, right? Some magical shit, then it's captured, it's retested, and now it's time for maybe another run up, you know? Because at the end of the day, this is just expanding every day. That's all that's happening. You know, we're just capturing a new data point every day. So this is just expanding every day. And
Look at
this
that angle,
expands
man.
us. Huh?
Right.
I said, look at that angle, man. That's slow.
Yeah, it's sick. It's
That's so
sick,
cool.
isn't it? I mean,
So
this
cool.
is trajectory right here, bro.
So damn cool, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is just the t-shirts too. I mean, this is sick.
But you know the crazy part, it looks organic. It looks natural. It doesn't look too out of place. You know.
Yep. Yeah, because it's a natural curve. You know, this is a curve in nature. So
Right.
this is one of those things, right? Like when you're looking at the scale, price moves along these values, right? And it's captured in a lot of different ways in this data set. And I show it in the best way in a couple of charts down. But this is just another way to look at the day. This is Hex Post Payday. 397 days up now. We're actually down versus the first halving of Bitcoin, but we're recapturing ground here. But we're just taking the first breather, right? Because when we came out the gate, it was straight to the top.
Yeah.
We went straight to the top, straight to like 8,100, whatever that number is. Just log base 2 number, and we're just taking a breather right now.
But once it takes that breather, though, it's blast off time. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It already looks like it.
Yeah.
It's starting to take off.
Even on the Hex to ETH chart.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, here we go. This is T-shares versus ETH and T-shares versus Bitcoin in orange. So we're already back above 100 versus Ethereum. So we're at 125% of a T-share versus a cost of Ethereum in dollar terms.
Isn't that
so
interesting, man?
Yeah.
Like it took 3 months for us to go this down, this slow. And less than a week, we're almost at 50% already where we were. Insane. Insane. A lot of coins would be dead by now.
Yeah.
Or they would have just went straight down.
Yeah.
Versus that 3 months. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like outrageous. Pumping.
That's how hard it was fighting that you know, the buyers and sellers. Like people don't realize that's how hard for so long. It's beautiful.
D'Artagnan.
Shout out to D'Artagnan.
Yeah.
I had to get Prison's comment. He's stupid.
Hey, Wales, what was that thing you had on Twitter last month with that kid with like face tattoos? He was the trading dude in his basement, mom's basement, and he's like a furu type dude, and he was pumping that project.
Man.
And that thing, no, but I'm saying the bottom fell out of it. He was like going, "Oh man, we're going to the moon. This shit's rocketing. It's everything's going great." And then all of a sudden, it's, oh, and then it just went. The line went.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "What just happened?"
That was the squid, John.
Oh,
yeah,
I gotta find that. I need that.
That shit was funny.
I don't remember that, man. My memory sucks. Damn.
Because the reason I ask is because having that in my back pocket, it seems like there's an appropriate need for that almost every week. You know, since I've seen it.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
there's examples of that everywhere, my friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, just go on Richard's thread. He has most of them there.
Oh, Grim Finance. Did you guys hear about that one? $40 million rug pull.
Oh yeah,
man. That's so sad. That's so sad.
Yep.
That's so sad, man.
It is crazy. It's very crazy, and people just, you know, throwing capital everywhere.
I find it crazy that none of this stuff's on the news. You know, like,
it's every day running
out in the headlines. Like
they try to
somebody lost 40 million here, 100 million here, 600 million here. Like
normalize is right.
Yeah, that's like it's a normal thing.
For weeks, bro.
Yeah,
that shit is normalize that for weeks, man.
Like if it happened to a bank, what would be happening? All over the news, across the whole world. You feel me?
Hell yeah, cops all over the place sniffing, sniffing.
And you know what's sad? That probably like 99.9% It's probably the developers teams doing it. And that's a sad thing about it.
Yeah, yep,
Shitty
I
ass
agree because
audits.
it's too consistent, bro. You're gonna hear me. You can't say it. Tell me every day there's a hack and it's not somebody on the
Oh
inside.
hell no! Right, absolutely.
That's just
Inside
inside
jobs
job.
in and out.
Yeah,
It's just funny, man. I made the observation that people put so much work into like scams and rug pulls. I sometimes think, man, you could have done just as good, like doing legitimate work, man.
Yeah,
Like,
getting this shit done.
right,
right.
Read this comment. That's sad, bro. God bless that person.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This is why I'm so against, talking about them things, man.
Oh man.
Like, people don't understand. The thing is a game. Everybody is not built for it. Everybody is not built for it. Imagine that 750K gone.
Yeah, it's like I feel so much empathy out the gate, but when I think about it, I'm like, why would anybody put that much money in a Grim? You know what I'm saying? Like,
doesn't make any sense.
But hey, the Grim Reaper showed up.
You feel?
Showed up.
You feel?
And it took the soul out of that money. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Shit.
Got the name right for sure.
Crazy.
Suicided all that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking wild, bro. All right, so here we got the T-shares market cap. We're back at 52.8 billion. And T-share market cap. I mean, this is crazy. This is almost like a representative of total value locked, for so to speak, but it's not, because it's just the value of the T-shares, right? And that's just an accounting mechanism. And here we have the little hex stock, the flow tracker, where we got the dollar cost of 10,000 hex, the dollar cost of a T-share, APY, stake percentage of coins, and the T-share rate. We got a whole lot going on in this chart, but it's very straightforward. Here is the percentage of coins that are actually staked versus all the coins that are in existence, so total coins. So 9.71. So that means we get a nice yield of 37.69. 37.69 is pretty damn high. And that's just for the average stake length. That's what we got going on right here. Average stake length. And this is not right. Damn it. The actual T-share rate is 19,809. And the dollar cost of a T-share is 4,130. And you guys already know the price. So yeah, that's a whole lot going on in this chart. But you guys can see the T-share rate is always doing the same thing. And this is what always drags Hex back up, because people have to continuously buy more Hex, because the T-share rate does not stop ticking up, right? And the dollar price, and this is what this value is here, continues to do its thing. And we're gonna see another representation of it here. So today the spread is pretty wide between the T-share rate and the forward T-share rate, so that means it's gonna be a hefty premium in the market. But breaking it down, when you're looking at the present T-share rate, is actually compressed a little bit, but it's fine because it's still pretty big. It's 100. It's going to be more than 100 hex in terms of premium, as you guys can see. It's pretty wide, and it's actually going down now because it was higher or more negative. Well, it's actually going more negative. Excuse me. So there's some serious demand in this market for T-shares at this point in time, because this blue line is curving something serious.
And I'm guessing where that cross was that hack, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Yep. Salute, because that was sad.
Yeah. Have you noticed that almost at least every day there's at least 1 million hex being staked 55555?
Yep.
Like how crazy is that? And
I tweet about that often. Yep.
Becoming frequent, like it's nothing.
Like it's nothing. And yet, I think it was yesterday, the day before. It was one of them days where it was just like one after the other.
You saw that, right?
I mean, that bot was on fucking beast mode. It was just getting lit up every freaking 20 minutes or something. It was crazy.
And for those in chat that don't know what that means, or like just new to Hex, these folks are locking up millions of Hex 15 years out that would not hit the market from then. So think about all your coins before that, the value of that. It's insane.
Locking up a couple 100,000 right now. These people are doing, you know,
like it's nothing, man.
Well,
shout out to Kyle.
Yo, you seen his skateboarding videos? This guy is nasty,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, Kyler, me and Kyler been skate. I've known
Yeah.
this fool. I met this fool before, like before I even thought about crypto, dog. Like it's just weird. Everybody in the skate community just decides to, when you're growing up, it's like you want to move out to California because that's where it's made. That's where it's raised at. So like, then
Were
you
you in the
just
video
meet
with him the
motherfuckers.
other day where
Yeah,
that was you? Okay, okay. That's like, yeah,
yeah.
this looks like this guy. Okay. Oh, dude, that was sick. That was sick.
Appreciate.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just learning, bro.
We
Learning.
gotta get you some graffiti hex boards, bro.
Shit.
Yeah, we gotta do something for you.
Hey, bro, I've been planning something, bro. Don't worry about it. I've been
Ollie do a
planning.
kickflip, slow motion. Just see the hex logo, pulse.
Yeah, you feel?
Got you, bro.
Hey, I got a couple filmers, bro. Don't worry about it. We cool. We cool.
Yeah, funny, man. But
Damn,
look at how we got hexagons from all over, all different
Beautiful,
kinds of
man.
stripes, all different kinds of colors. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing a little bit of different things,
Mhm.
and that's what it's about.
Yeah, I'm mad I didn't pop out to New York that week. I had to work, but it's all good. I'll pop out next time.
That'll be another time, bro.
Yeah,
This ain't gonna
for
last forever. So it's all good. But that's the whole thing, right? Everybody brings a little something to the table. Everybody got their value to add, and everybody adds it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Not much more to it, man. And here we got the T-shirt payout sum chart versus the price of Hex. And you guys can see Hex is recovering again, trying to recapture value because it's all the way up here. So it's looking like 60 something, 70 something cent. We'll see. But we're going to go straight there. That's for sure. And here's a return so far. We're already at 300,000%. I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, this is just from being staked with one T-share since inception. That's it. So for every one T-share since inception, you've made this much in percentage terms.
Bro, look at that angle, man. That's so stupid, bro.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
How disgusting is that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And if you zoom in on that red line, that was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That shit crazy.
It's insane, bro. I mean, this thing is just disgusting.
This is what should be in college, right? Like stuff, examples like this to show in the finance world. Like guys, this is the real deal, right? Like trustless, like the real freaking deal. Like it's beautiful, man. I love Hex. I love it.
We got PulseChain and all that coming out, but I don't know if them things are gonna be Hex, man. Hex is one dirty motherfucker, man.
It's hard to beat something that's gonna continue to pay you every single day. It's hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat that, right?
Facts.
Every single day, no matter what the market does, you're getting paid more.
Yeah, I mean, 40% is hard to beat. That's on the low end of the scale. Because the longer you hold that bad boy, who knows what it's gonna be? Because with all these emergency end stakes that's gonna occur in the future, you can't foresee how high that APY is gonna actually be.
And look at the payouts recently. It's been averaged almost close to 5.9, 5.8, even.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm about to say. Look at what the trends have been, right? Like, it is something I've always talked about. The volatility is never to the downside, always to the upside. And lately, it's been a nice grind to the upside in the payout. You know, we're gonna see it right here in the averages. Like, this was from the hack, unfortunate. But when we came back down, right, we were still elevated relative to the previous floor, which is close to 5.8. Now we are around 5.95, right? And this is on the 28-day average. 55-day average, we're a little bit higher, 6.2. They're still working out that hack. But it's still elevated, you know what I'm saying, relative to where it was. And that's a positive sign for us because we stake. And that's the whole point of the system. And the total overall average is always creeping up every day. So we're at 4.435. So this orange line is really letting us know what the present trend is in real time. What up, baby? Glad to see you here, brother.
Yeah.
If you want to jump on, let me know, man. I'll kick a link y'all way. I know y'all always got a message to kick to the community.
I
so
love A-Bit. I met this guy in person finally.
The energy is lit.
Oh my god, Wells, you was there in the party. Like A-Bit, you're a freaking king, bro. Like this guy is amazing person.
You funny, bro.
Real people, man. These are real people, man.
Yeah. They are. New York was lit. Yep.
Real.
Yo, he represented in Philly too, though, man. Not for nothing, bros. Yeah, man. No, it was great. It was really cool. Patrick was sick.
I love Patrick.
Yeah, he's a good man. But A-Bit and them came through. Kalen, God Almighty, I got to meet Nardo for the first time. You want to talk about an inspiring brother, man? That Nardo is, god damn, just a great human being.
Listen, Nardo could be a billionaire, multi-billionaire, and he'd be like, "Hey guys." It doesn't matter. He's always natural. He's real, man. That's a real person.
Yep. Plays no games. Gotta respect him. Just take care of business, man. Simple. All right, so I got a new little chart here.
Ooh,
just for funsies. Just showing the increase in the T-share rates over time. So the T-share rate is going to be this scale over here.
Hide this from Kareem, bro. Huh? Hide this from Kareem.
We've had increases as big as 230, I guess, hex per T-share, right? Increase, but most recently the biggest one has been about 180, I guess. But we've had some sizable chunks. Yeah, we've had some sizable chunks at about 25. So about 75 over the past 4 days. Plus, it looks like 50 here. So that's already 125 or whatever. And then a whole bunch more back here. So you got a lot more frequency lately, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed, Wills? If you look at the big candles, right? It's almost like 100 days in between when it really skyrockets. Almost, you know? You kind of look at it.
220. No, this is 215. This is 360, basically. So that's about 100. That's about 150 days.
Yeah, and then the one before that,
is
interesting.
70 days. So it kind of cut in half. I wonder if it'll double out going forward. It'll be interesting to see. But
that's the part.
Yeah, but you see, like the spikes have been kind of frequent and more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Consistently higher. They weren't this consistently high before.
You know, the way down.
Yeah, but they were
way going down.
Yeah, probably right.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, I can speak for myself.
Flowing in and out. Yeah,
right. Yeah, I speak for myself. I know I've been staking like every morning, every time I can get one in. You know, and I'm still trying to stake them because, like, I try not to have as much liquid as possible, but then you know you might need some. But if you don't need it, start staking what you don't need. That's it. Do it in the morning.
Did you guys see Far Out Alien said? T-shirt this time last year were like 60 cents to $1 freaking dollar. Yuck! I should have dumped that bitch to the curb. Cost me millions. Man, join the club. You get your patch and jacket next week. We all got that story, don't we now?
Yes, we do.
But yeah, so this is what's been going on in the system. So just be wary for those of you that are waiting to stake for whatever reason.
Hey, Wills, for this chart, right? You know the candles. Maybe if it reaches a certain threshold, maybe change the color of that particular like candle. Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see if I can make it happen.
Yeah,
that'd
be
just
cool.
Excel. I don't know if it could do that.
I see.
So we'll see. This is that chart, though. This is the total value locked per staker. Versus the price of Hex, and this is at 209, and it just bounced off of that N equals 19 if I remember correctly. So now we're gonna see where it's gonna head after this next leg. I mean, I'm guessing it's gonna go right back to here, and then go right back to there, and then find some pause, if any, because it's just how it typically moves if it's gonna move. Right, it just keeps going like boom, boom, boom. So we'll see.
That shit's sexy, man.
Yeah, because we got SAC coming up, right? So
I could just see it. I could just see another line go straight past 56 cents.
Yeah. This is the fucking chart.
Yeah, crazy.
So this is payout metrics. What up?
There's a record. I'm just saying the day where we had the big one.
Oh, that 28. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Oof.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
Bananas.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Hey, 7 years is gonna be even crazier. 5 years.
7.5 years is what it is. When you hit that halfway of that 15-year mark.
Wait until we have the double. When you're looking at two charts like this.
I know. Oh my God, my brain.
We forget.
We do. That's what I said to Motley when he was here with us a couple weeks ago. I said, "Do you guys forget every day that we're getting duplicates?" You know, they were like, "Yeah, habitually."
I think it's becoming normal now.
That's cap.
I forget I sacrificed. I forget I'm getting the PulseChain.
Right, it's becoming like it's just a part of it's a part of the life now.
Right.
You know what's funny? If somebody asked me to sacrifice that much money just to be a part of this thing and just have the mechanics of what I have to date continue going, I'd be like, cool. Yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's that beautiful. It's that beautiful.
I mean, you know, why mess up a good thing?
It's the community, bro. The community is what's like the priceless part of everything, in my opinion. Community, you can't get nothing like it. So people are just gonna invest into just being with the community more than anything.
And you can't fake this.
Yeah, it's authentic.
So I just recently did something I never do. Whales will laugh, but I read a Reddit, the latest one, because there's one every month that comes out. It says, you know, why do so many people hate Hex or hate Hexicans, something along that line, and the high frequency of the aspersions of, you know, that they're a cult. They're a cult, and I didn't bother getting on there to retort, but if I were to, I'd be like, yeah, I've never heard of too many cults that are based on logical, rational, critical, deductive reasoning and mathematics. You know what?
You know what? And this cult is rich as fuck.
He's on the side.
This cult is rich as fuck. So join this cult.
Yeah, right. Like the proof. We got the receipts, bitch.
Yep.
Shit.
It's crazy, man. It's so wild when you sit here and think about it. I mean, just look at this. Look at this, right? Like, this is like, if you understand what this line is telling you, you just like floored, because there is nothing else like this. Where else is there a floor on what your rewards are? That's an ever increasing floor.
You know what it is? It's the fact that this is so decentralized. Everything else is like, this is like organically built. So the people that's involved in this is like, this is just naturally happening. This is not something that is being forced upon nobody or anything like that. So
and
it's not a cult. It's more of like everybody's involved. It's decentralized to the point where everybody's involved. Everybody's hands on. And when you hands on with your money, you can't tell somebody nothing. You're not telling me shit.
Well, look,
so don't confuse this for a cult. It's not a cult. It's like, I'm confused because I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, I know I'm about my money. That's first and foremost. So I don't like, if me being about my money is a part of a cult, then I'll be a part of a cult. But let's not confuse what we're here for. You know, we're here for each other, but we're here for ourselves. Like, you know, at the end of the day. So
well, I think
you got here by yourself.
The power of the authenticity makes, what can I say? It can make the people faking the funk uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really.
Yeah, and they feel uncomfortable around being, you know, around just so much authentic truth.
Yes.
They don't want to hear what we have to say most of the time. And then, you know.
Yeah.
Most of us
RZA, when I met RZA, he said to me, he signed this book I had. He said, A alike, B alike, son, we see alike. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And that's the truth. That's the truth in this community, man. And if you don't see it, you know, that means so many things. You don't feel it. You ain't tasting it. You ain't doing the calculations to find it. You ain't reading about it. Then you ain't gonna get it.
Facts. Facts.
So
D Money is the only community in crypto. Most likely.
because it's the realest, man. Like, we control our keys. That's first and foremost. So just because of that, we have that in common. You know, we all understand how to control that. We understand the power behind that.
And
Most
Renchi
people
says, "Whales fart."
they don't control their keys. They don't understand it. I think that's where that's where we differ. You know, and Bitcoin and Ethereum maxis understand where we come from. They were in it before we were. You know, and they have a common ground on their end.
Oh, I know what I wanted to say too. You said about how decentralized, and organic, right? Where we are centralized, guess what? We're no different from any other project, and Hexologist proved as much.
Absolutely.
100%.
When he came up with them charts and showed the concentration of holdings in
all the other ones.
You know what's crazy? We're actually almost less than majority of them. Almost 80% of those we're less than them. How crazy is
hilarious? Isn't that fucking hilarious, man? My God.
Richard away.
It's crazy, man.
Any excuse, anything they could.
That's what I was gonna say. Like they can miss me with all that shit because it's like I read through all of that.
Yes.
So it's like you just miss me with that because we're not gonna go in that argument. It's a circle.
Yeah, we've been there. We did that already. We're bored. Please.
We have to start crying. Like, how did they get 2 hexes? It's impossible. Where did the other ETH copy go?
And then our founder last night fucking says, our pretend internet money's fucking better than your pretend. I love when he says that shit because that's the fucking truth of it right there.
Richard. That's so fucking
It is so true.
They just don't like it that he will fucking tell who to go where any day of the fucking week. That makes people uncomfortable. He don't care. If you're wrong, you're fucking wrong. He'll tell you where to go with that shit.
They don't like that he should talk everybody's project because none of it's products. You know what I mean? That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah, they're projecting a hope into the future that it'll coalesce into something legitimate. Yeah, project.
I mean, there's so many chains out there that are doing nothing.
Yo, Cardano. Like,
boom.
Come on.
I mean, come on.
Like, bro.
Oh, man.
Like, what happened? Like, damn.
That's 7 years deep.
That's what I'm saying.
Any
bro.
day
7
now.
years,
And you want to put your money there?
Didn't Cardano come out?
There
I'm mistaken. I believe it's 2016. It still has done shit.
Hey, any day now, guys. With Cardano.
Come on, man.
Remember, December 12th was supposed to be the big events, the Holy Grail Cardano, and next day that shit dumped and never came back.
Yeah, I looked
People forget that.
I looked at the price. I couldn't believe where it was yesterday.
Bro,
I couldn't believe it. I said,
wait,
"Wait,
half.
this shit's supposed to be like $15 right now. It's like $1.22."
It's all good.
I just can't get with the founder, man. He's confusing.
He's fake.
He's confusing. I'm just like, I didn't know how old he was. It's just, I don't know. I can't get. He has his own people that he talks to, but it's just I can't get with him.
No,
all he does is AMAs and talk about nothing.
He's fronting. He thinks he can wear the yak sweater and drink the milk and say the and it makes him a humanitarian. But he needs to recognize that it's your actions, that prove that. Not going on these soliloquies for days and days about how the world's going to change because of your fucking stupid ass bullshit that never yields anything. It's just a circular bullshit talk. Promises.
It's crazy, man.
Like,
tired. I'm tired.
It's
not what
it's crazy
right now.
It's crazy to think like even. All right, we've been calling blockchains cryptos. That's one thing. I'm sorry, I had to say that because everybody's been calling these blockchains cryptos, but they're not. They're blockchains. And then 2, you got Solana as a blockchain, and to build a node, their high performance node that they have on like a list of the stuff that they have on their website for their node.
Work.
No, bro. It's like $5,000 a node, bro. Like now they're running. They're running 1,300 nodes, bro. Like, like
the fuck.
That's more than the damn market cap, bro.
That's stupid, bro.
And if everybody's looking at market cap, but that's more than the market cap on overhead on what you spending with electricity. Like what?
Right.
Yeah, I found out my son's running one of them nodes in the closet in the back room today. I didn't even know that.
But you know what's sad about that is
bro.
that all these promises from all these developers, all these teams, in just two things. Let's not get this confused. Two things. One, it's out, but doesn't work and cannot keep on working. Or two, it's not even out and they claim they're going to come out tomorrow. They're never going to do it.
Any day now.
And there's nothing. And guys, let's make sure we're not targeting or criticizing the Solana community or the ADA community and all that. No, this is towards the developers because you got to hold them to a high standard. Just like, let me tell you something.
That's right.
And I love Richard to death, right? We all know this. But Richard would be fucking around and not doing what he's doing, all that stuff. Trust me, we'll be having pitchforks and calling him out and saying all this bullshit, just like we do to every single other person, right?
Oh yeah.
But we don't have to because the motherfucker works. Excuse my language. He works and he doesn't. Right? When he comes on Twitter, it's already done and he announces it. Now it stays on Twitter, announces shit, and it doesn't come. Let's not get that twisted.
What's he say when he's streaming as well?
Oh man,
he says, "I really kind of don't want to be here right now because I'm supposed to be working."
Hello,
working. Yeah.
How many times he'll be like, you know, guys, let me fix myself out of chair. I don't want to really be here, but you know, I'd rather be coding. But you know,
yeah.
You know, here's a new Rolex. Well, I'm beating you, Richard. I'm beating you.
Him traveling, like he don't even like traveling, bro. He'd rather be at home working.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man. Hey, all the different ways to get wrecked, right, gentlemen? Hey, Wales, are we gonna have some fun looking at the ways you can get wrecked by observing the phenomena of TX Street later in this stream?
For sure.
Oh, that's my favorite.
just Mexicans understand something, right?
Right.
And don't forget this. We could have had any of these other developers and founders as our main guy, and we have Richard Hart.
Oh,
we put respect to his name. You know,
gratitude. Scene.
So understand that. We're lucky.
But it's us
beyond
too,
lucky.
you know? It's us too. We are lucky, but
we're lucky to have a person like Wales running charts, bro.
Amen.
Like,
everybody.
There's nobody filling this space. No, exactly what Wales does. There's nobody stepping up and filling this particular space like the way Wales does it. And I give gratitude for him as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I love our community, right? Because we all came from different backgrounds, different education, all that. Like, guys, listen.
Like,
anybody in the chats right now, you could all be on this stream doing what we do. There's nothing. There's no PhD. There's nothing. Listen, I have my GED, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it. If I could do what I do, and these guys could do what they do, you could do it too. There's no magic wand. It's just get off your ass, pick something you want to do, and just do it, right? The community is full of experts that be willing to help you with no cost of a penny. It is that easy. So get you off your ass and let's do this, guys.
Commitment. It's commitment.
2022, we should all be like grinding hard, like no other. Like, let's get it.
I'm right there. I'm so geeked for the shit that I got in the works right now. I never felt like this in my whole life.
Oh,
I got so many hours in the car.
I'll be retiring soon, and trust me, you guys gonna see me all day, every day here. I'm gonna help anybody I can as much as I can.
And we're gonna be the hardest working retirees in all of cryptocurrency, man.
Don't let that word fool you. Retire is AKA Richard Hart Maximalist. That's what it's called. Is we're gonna go fucking hard.
Free.
All right.
Free to pick the work. Free to pick
exactly.
Free to move. Free to say whatever.
And that's all it is. That's all this money is. I tell people all the time, I say, I don't give a fuck about money. I don't fucking care about money. I also don't care about no designer labels or looking a certain way for a certain person. All I fucking care about is having the tool belt on and the freedom to pick and choose which direction me and my family is going to go in. That's what money is, right?
Yeah, that's
facts.
That autonomy. You need that.
That's what I'm all about. I say sovereign autonomy under natural law. That's my tagline.
Everything else after that falls right into place.
Yep, that's right.
Well, look what Will say earlier in the stream. He said it's a secondary feature. You're getting wealthy, and this is a secondary feature, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, it really is. You know, people underestimate that, but that's what it's all about. You know, you can have money, but you can't do shit with it if you ain't got no ability to do anything with it, right? So you got to make sure you got that.
Would you say you said with the world remains as it is. You just said it so succinctly recently. You said if the world remains as it is on the trajectory it is, and you're the king of shit mountain, and you got you got more ducats than anybody. What's that life look like? Like, what's that life feel like?
Everything. You done did everything already.
It's
so
nothing.
it's like
there's nothing to it. It's just vacuous.
Yeah.
Literally can do anything, everything, already done it. And then it's like, all right, now what am I going to do for humanity? What am I going to do for the next person?
Well, look at the archons.
If you ain't already doing.
Look what they doing with all their free time. Fucking up the entire human species. That's all they're doing. So.
Yeah.
I love how.
I don't think it's a coincidence that we're the ones, man. Like, don't think it's a coincidence because it's like we're chosen in a way where not everybody gets this, right? So if it's a certain select few in the beginning that understands this, we're the ones that have to help and spread the information. We have to. Like, it's not. I mean, it's a disservice if you're not doing it. So I'm just trying to figure out in my way where I can kind of like, because no one that I know in my realm or my world is really into crypto this deep, not even close. Like, I can't even onboard these people because they hear about it, but they're hearing about NFTs and stuff, and it's like, no, that's not.
You want to hear some? You want to hear some crazy shit?
What's that funny?
In my world, I'm around fucking Stevie Williams and shit. Dude made DGK. He's worried about NFTs. He just went from, all right, ETH gas fees I'm in a Discord with him. He went from ETH gas fees are too damn high. We're gonna go over here. This is the next blockchain. This is the next spot. And I'm like, yo, dude, I've been telling you, you get free coins just for having a MetaMask, dog. Like, pay attention to what the fuck's happening. Like,
you don't have to pay for anything.
Yo, it's outrageous. Like,
give me the dupe.
Outrageous.
Even
really
like for
bro, like these people got money and they worried about fucking NFTs.
Like the NFL player Des Bryant, right? So like for the past month or so, like I'll hit him up here and there, trying to get his attention, and he'll talk about NFTs all day. Nothing wrong with that, right? And then now he's starting to talk about, oh my god, ETH gas fee. And you know what? Nobody told him about that, and now he's experiencing the gas fee issues. The other day, he lost a couple $100 doing a transaction. It failed, and I told him, PulseChain, bro, like wake up. You're gonna get all your copies on one side, like join the crew. And Jay Hill and all these other NFL players was hitting him up like, yo, dog, like you need to wake up. This is the winning side. Like everything you're complaining about, it's already made for you. You know, you don't have to do anything.
That ego though, and if he could listen to the base level, the grassroots, organic fucking motherfuckers, but he had to hear it from Paris Hilton and whoever the fuck.
Right, and that's the problem. That's the problem right there. It has to, and I think that's also like another thing. Like we're the underdogs, right? We're probably the people who talk to our folk or the people that's around us. Like, yo, this is the next thing. Like, I know for myself, like I've always been the trendsetter within my, in my world. Like, listen, this is what you need to be doing next. This is what's next. This is the next wave. Like, this is the next music. This is the next whatever. So they understand it, but they don't want to take that leap of faith. Like, they don't want to jump into it at all. Like,
my thing is, why worry about the NFTs now when you could buy all them shits later on? When you could do the finance shit, like worry about the finance factor.
And there you go. The finance shit is the boring shit. It's the boring shit, bro. Like everybody understands and loves art, right? Like the majority.
Yo, let me tell you something. I got them all. I got them all already. It's called Shift Command 3. I got
Pirate Bay. They have the whole network copied over. So
that shit is crazy. I understand the whole like having having the address. Like I understand that.
I get it.
Like,
I get it.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Or
it has to. It's a language, man. This shit's all languages, man. Like the NFTs had to touch the market of the artists, right? You had to get the artists, the real artists, the hip hop artists, the R&B artists, like those artists have to be involved in this somehow because they generate a lot of money. So they have to get involved and they have to understand it from a language perspective. Like how do they win out of this, right? So I could understand it from that aspect if you're an artist, right? But like these people who don't understand how art work in real life and the residual turnover and how it works, like how financially it works. They don't belong in this.
I was a professional musician for 15 years, man, and that's the filthiest
I already
world
know.
there is. It's just so utterly disgusting, man. I got PTSD from remembering some of that shit.
It is a bad industry. It is.
And it's funny, right? So like the folks in the chat that are new to this, we're not bashing NFTs as a whole, anything like that. Whatever floats your boat, floats your boat, right? Oh, it's fine, right? But whatever floats people's boats, people have things to insert, right?
Exactly.
I think the main message we're trying to tell folks is like, look, you want to do that stuff, that's fine. You have a better platform that's already made, and you're gonna get a free copy in this side. Like, don't be afraid to look at this side, right? Because I have a lot of friends that are into the Decentraland stuff, right? Sure. And they dropped. I'm talking about they dropped money into this thing, and they can't use it. It's unusable. And now they're excited because they thought it was all over. They thought they lost because like I can't transact.
They got a Polygon sidechain deal now. Okay, yeah.
And then now they're excited because now they realize like in PulseChain, you could do everything you did on Decentraland, but on this side for fraction of the cost. They feel like that elephant's off their shoulder. And I'm like, guys, this is what I've been telling you for the past months that's being built. Now they're paying attention, right? So in time, people will learn and understand this, but it's just going to take time.
Projects Decentraland's an excellent example, Mark.
It's cool, man.
That's one of the ones where if you're truly a participant in that ecosystem, then you're transacting like every day.
Oh,
so who can do that? Who can do that?
Every day. All day, every day.
Do that in Ethereum. You can't.
All day, every day.
And they need
Decentraland been around for a very long time, though. Like they've been making moves for a while.
Man, I bought my son a bag because I was under the auspices that he could perform this function of, say, playing Minecraft like he was going to be doing anyway, but be learning about a blockchain financial product as well as participating in this little game thing. And then I found out about PulseChain sacrifice, and that Decentraland went bye-bye. So
man, shit crazy. I forgot what I was going to say about that. Yeah, bro, forgot.
Well, at the end of the day, security, the scalability of the security of Ethereum is untenable. I've asked other panels. I've asked other panels of people with whales, do you guys feel like it's in Skinny Homeboy and his core team, is it within their power to trigger an EIP that can fix that fucking thing or not? You know what I'm saying? It remains to be seen. Is it broken?
It's not in their best interest to fix it.
Okay, word. Yeah.
But then people are worried about waiting that 5 years. In 5 years, 7 years, it's like you really willing to wait that damn long for some damn video game?
Now we're back on the same point we were on a couple minutes ago. Yeah, any day now.
Like,
and on and on.
I understand you're saying it's an investment, but like, if I don't know, if you got to dig up shit out of the ground, it has to come from another country, and then you got border problems and people not getting Christmas presents, all that extra shit happening. Like, all right, how long is that chip gonna last before it burn out? And then before it's not in stock anywhere in the US, So it's like,
yeah, we got a lot of issues.
Shit crazy.
Okay, I know I'm not supposed to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. When Pulse. At the end of that conversation, that's all I could say.
It's gonna be interesting. It's really interesting being on like the front end of it, though. Like like just kind of being ahead of it and just trying to spread the information. It's really, really kind of like unreal almost.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
We're gonna have enough gas to transact for the rest of our lifetimes and our children's lifetimes. Just extra on that Pulse. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that just blows.
No, that's all good. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it because it's like you only can imagine, right? Until it really starts happening, you start transacting, and the bridges and the on and off ramps and all that starts, coming along slowly but surely. But like, I'm just trying to imagine it, right? Like, and then kind of like what's gonna come first, second, third, like kind of in phases. Like I'm just trying to imagine. It's unreal, man.
Homeboy ain't fucking around, man. This pulse,
He not playing.
Yeah, this PulseX is just like humming, coming at you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's gonna be something dope, man.
What you say? Hey, Wales, man. I don't think anybody on the panel has asked you how you feeling, man. You burn out from traveling, brother? He's just fresh back stateside.
Yeah, Wales is all over the world now. He's a superstar.
Yeah, he is. I guess he's getting the juice out of the fridge.
Or maybe
I think
sleeping.
He's sleeping.
He's
Yo, Wales. I gotta call him. That's something I gotta call him.
And we out. You know we
you missed it. I gotta get him a call.
Hey, yo, somebody in the comments asked that like a couple
let me
ago.
call
I was
him.
like, nah. Wait. I was like, nah.
I'm calling him now.
Wait, I just asked him if he was burnt out from traveling. The motherfucker's sleeping.
he be pushing it.
Yeah. And that's what people in this community do for us. Yeah, that shit crazy.
Right?
That shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy.
He's not answering, is he, Mark? We probably got his ringer off. I'll call him now. Shit. Oh my God, this is too funny, man.
Yeah, he didn't pick up.
I see.
This is a historical moment.
Yeah,
we stream Wells.
I miss those streams when he fell. I miss those streams when he used to fall asleep. I love it, man.
Somebody
go through his charts
Wells buying more Shiba.
He's sitting upright in his bed with a laptop in his lap and just out.
Right.
That's it.
With the blunt right next to him.
Yeah, with the blunt. Yeah, that's it.
God.
I thought he was rolling.
I thought so too.
Oh, you guys know my man Stones, man.
Yeah,
Stones,
shit mad funny. Shit mad funny.
Got a couple hectic kids fall asleep.
You guys hit the likes for that, man. Hit the likes for that.
He too funny.
Well, hey, man, we got an opportunity on air here, right? I want to give a shout out to everybody in my group, the Powwow, man. I want to give a shout out to like all you motherfuckers. I love you. Wendy's, thank you for joining it. Motley, A-Bit, Patrick, you motherfuckers. Oh my God, Nardo, you're the man. Rainmaker, you're the man. Mr. Foss, man, my admin over there. God bless you guys. All them young heads I pointed out earlier.
Which group is this one?
That's the Powwow, man. You're welcome, man. You're Wales people. You're my people, man. Like,
all right, cool, man.
It's what it is. When I came into this, like applicative to what I said to you gentlemen earlier about how I made the determination that I wanted to be the water to raise all the ships. If I'm anything, I'm an orator and a writer. And I wrote 8 original emails and sent them out to 50 people I knew to tell them. Because to me, I'd seen like Wales after his 60 days of trying to take apart the contract. I felt like I had seen the face of God, and I said, I cannot keep this to myself. So I tried to spread the word, and I'm on the mountain, I'm preaching the gospel, and I'm trying to get people onboarded. And I'm somewhere between 35 and 40, I guess now. But as I'm bringing these people in, right, some of them are no coiners, and I feel maybe not guilt, but I feel like I have a responsibility in following up and providing some education and some assistance. So I said, what to do? I was spending so much of my life on Pulse Main, at the time. I said, I'm just going to start my own Telegram group. So I did it, and it was just my onboards and my onboards. Okay, and we had a nice little thing going. And then I got this idea. I was in a think tank that I got invited into, and I knew some of the bigger guys. So Crispy's one. You guys know Crispy, OG Crispy. I said, Chris, you want to come in and speak to my people? And he said, yes. And then I asked Yeti, and he came in. And then I asked Stones Interiors, and he came in. And then I asked Wales, and he guessed it with me on 9/11, believe it or not. He had his moment in there. And the funny thing about it, in conclusion, is that these experts and OGs, specialist folks, none of them left. None of them left the group. All they had to do is come in for the day to have the chat, the voice chat with us, and then go on their merry way because they're busy people. Not a single one of those OGs. Wales, wake up! Not a single one of them OGs left. They all stay in the group with my onboard.
Hey, there you go. You're back.
Yo,
Hey.
wake up, son.
I
You
called
know
you
you
like 10
still on
times.
stream, cuz.
What
Call
up,
you like
man?
call you like 10 times, brother.
Word.
Yeah.
Bro, so let me go over this chart real quick, right? This
Yeah,
is
my bad.
He
We
didn't-
gotta let
he
you
didn't miss a
finish.
fucking
Let you
beat.
finish, bro.
He
Let
didn't
you
miss a
finish.
beat.
nah, because this is the one. You know what I'm saying? This is the one,
He's
right?
back. I
Because
love it. Like nothing happened. Yo, you're the man, bro. I swear.
Fuck yeah.
You make this worth it, bro. I swear.
but yo, because every time, right, the T-share rate goes up
Yeah.
all the time. So that means
Just
that
like you're snoring.
the dollar cost of the T-share is gonna go up. Boom. So then this gotta go up.
Uh-huh.
This motherfucking dream charts. Wait,
I can't write.
He's sleeping. He's like,
I was just about this shit in my dream.
He said, I done told you.
I done told you.
I didn't told you.
Yeah.
Much
Nah,
love, bro.
but for real though.
Go ahead, man. Start this off.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, good. This is just dollar terms chart. So every line here is just in dollar terms, and this is the payout per T-share in dollar terms. So that's $1.47 in payout per T-share if you own a T-share.
Okay.
So that thing is just building, and the price just drags. You know, it just follows it. That's all.
People gonna go crazy just trying to get one of these jips. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of my
Crazy.
onboards just hit me up and was like, I'm a crab.
So wait a minute, how many B shares do you need to get a T share? Because that's like
That's
900.
just divided by 1,000.
okay.
So a T share, you just remove a zero. That's a B share.
Yeah.
Because you're just slicing off a zero, and that's knocking you down.
Damn, it's just one digit, huh?
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But you gotta remember too, at one point they used to pay nothing, right? And that's the whole thing.
True.
It's that whole progression. Because down here, you could get thousands of them for nothing.
Right.
Nobody wanted them, right?
Yeah.
But now they're paying $1 plus, $1.50. Everybody wants one. Go figure. That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, they said whale slept for 555 seconds.
That's funny. I'll be working like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but we appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
He was just saying that you was traveling. You just got back in town.
Yeah.
We appreciate what you did, bro.
Covering from that one, yeah. This thing right here, man. This line, yo, 16%, 16.8%. I mean, this is just, it's just baffling how much value is there's still left in the system 2 years in. 1 year after launch phase, 2 years in. I mean, nothing but value. It's crazy.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's crazy. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, you guys already know what this means. I did a whole video on it. And don't forget, all-time low, right? 5.51, which is a multiple. So 551% versus 17%, basically. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Since 1917. Oof.
Yeah, you go to where you go to where the value is. I mean, there's no value to be had here. Crazy. And this is just a representation of where we are in the bigger picture. Very early still, folks. And now here we got some blockchain metrics. Current holders versus the price. We're at 274,588. So we're up there. The price is reacting to it. Stake account 72,000. I mean, I think we're at 72,700 in the app right now. But I don't know. I haven't looked in a while. But yeah, it's looking good too, and price is gonna react to that as well.
Look how quick the stakers grew so fast in a month.
Yeah,
just in that month alone, like, oh my god, man.
Yeah,
once we could get, if once PulseChain can kind of get these fees down for onboarding, it'll be way easier to get them.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be game over.
Yeah, 72,769. That's what I'm moving.
So here we got staker versus holder in yellow, so 26%. So basically, Out of every 4 people, 1 person is staking if they hold HEX. Current versus total holds is an orange line. We at basically 70%. Current versus total stakers is 79.5%. So basically, for every 5 people, 4 are restaking if they already staked once. So it's sticky. It's sticky. And here, this is my favorite chart because this chart lets us know what's happening with the supply in real time. And during this whole big sell-off, it basically just disappeared. We've basically seen 35% of the supply, 36% of the supply disappear from this point to this point. That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot.
The question is, where is it going?
Right. Because it ain't coming. It ain't hanging out there.
And it's going 5, 5, 5, 5.
Yeah, it's going 5,
I mean,
5,
during that period,
5
that's
in
when it
all
was
them other
happening.
places. Yep. That's exactly what's happening. It's going to there and the other places.
It's almost the only way to get a good T-share rate.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, look at this. At one point, it was 2.85 million. Now it's almost at 2 million. 800,000 difference. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a lot of HEX that's gone per person. So, and we got the staked HEX per staker. So it's getting even harder to stake HEX on average, right? So there's less HEX being staked. Before it used to be easy, right? 2.5 million was the average per staker. Now it's only 852,000 HEX. So it's much more difficult. And that's also a function of time in the system, right? It becomes more valuable and all that thing, you know, all that plays into these values going down and to the right because that's a function of progress, you know, growth in the network, actually, because this has to be shared, right? Because there's more bodies in it. So numbers actually do have to decrease. That's what makes sense. I mean, the payout per staker, that's because there's more stakers in the system, right?
Yep.
Before there wasn't that many, and you can see that in the chart. So that's what we end up getting. We're just sharing the wealth, basically. That's what's up.
So you're gonna do these same charts on for PulseChain?
Oh yeah,
this is gonna be entirely. This is gonna be crazy on PulseChain. It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. We're gonna see what that looks like. Here's a little doubling chart, looking like we were capturing something, right? 46 cents is that next level, and then 93 cents to get back in line with where we're supposed to be at this point in time. So we'll see.
It's normal.
Yeah, it's looking good, bro. It's looking good. I mean, what's the price doing right now? Let's see. 23. Yeah, people selling. That's cool. I mean, today's is one of those days where there should be a lot of selling because there's a lot of stakes ending. So price is holding up pretty well in that regard, right? Considering how many stakes are actually ending.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought by today we probably would have touched 18, 19 again, just to like a retrace type of thing. And man, I think it's holding like a beast.
Well, now if you look at that Hex to ETH chart, it looks way on V1. It looks different. It looks like it's creating a bull flag.
When is a Hex not creating a bull flag?
Right.
Well, no matter what chart it is, it's creating one.
Is this what it looks like?
Yeah, that's the V1.
Nah,
the Uniswap V1.
I don't know. This is just whatever this contract is, bro. It says Hex.RAPP. I don't know which one it is. But it does look like another bull flag.
Yep, that's the one.
Right. I think it looks similarly versus BTC too, yeah. So this thing is getting crazy. And this is versus the total market cap. So
that one's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty nasty. So
it's wild.
Yeah. This is what's going on, man. But yeah. I mean, we talked about PulseChain, we talked about PulseX. We already seen what's going on with the charts in Hex. You know, how the supply is disappearing. You know, everything is pretty pointing up and to the right, right? So if you're considering sacrificing for PulseX, make sure you buy Hex, because that's what the smart play is. That's really a no-brainer. Because you already own Hex more than likely, so why not make your bag more valuable? Right. Just be smart. Think about it. It's very straightforward. Trade smart, right? We're all just trying to compound our capital, right? This is why getting wrecked is so easy, because people want to make quick money, right? And then that quick money ends up becoming a rug pull or some other nonsense, because they're not doing their due diligence the right way. And that happens all the time in crypto, right? If you were trading something else, then that's fine. But in crypto, you got to really, really, really be careful, because there's so many landmines out there, so many ways to get wrecked. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. That's why I don't advocate for playing in those games. I mean, if you can, good for you, but that ain't for everybody, because everybody is gonna take an outsized risk and is gonna screw their whole life up. And I'm not gonna be the guy that takes them in that direction. No, thank you. I mean, this game is too easy when you're playing it with the right product. You know what I'm saying? These values on this chart are real. That's what Hex has done. 49 days it doubles. Every 49 days on average it doubles. Why in the hell would I tell anybody to hold anything else? And then we got PulseChain coming too. Come on.
A little strategy I think some folks are not remembering is and no financial advice. It's not that you only had $1,000, right? And you're like, oh my god, that's all I have. I can't get that many PulseX at the moment. Well, guys, history has shown in the sacrifice stage, if you just buy Hex and ride the pump, there will be a pump. When that pump hits hard, that 1,000 could end up being 10K, and then there you go. You have a lot more, funds to play with PulseX, or you can buy some PulseChain if you want on the side, or extra P-Hex, or whatever you want to do. But all starts off with Hex, right? That's like the catalyst, right? You want to get into that, ride the pump, and do what you want. You could shave off some of it to catch that clone if you like on the side, and then you can put whatever your number was to get the PulseX. So don't be holding USD or ETH and just sitting there doing nothing. Like that's like that's
silly.
It's like you might as well hold your money in the bank at that point.
Right.
Ridiculous. Yeah. So just don't forget that, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is all basic, kind of things that you should keep at the forefront of your mind, so that you don't, put yourself in a position that you don't want to be in. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. You want to just protect yourself, respect your pocket. Don't put your goods in dire straits, right? Because sometimes you just can't recover them. And that's common when you can't recover them. So,
yeah.
But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, we covered a lot of good shit today.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys.
Appreciate everybody.
I really like doing this. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, just understand what's going on in the system. That Hex is disappearing, man. So buying more and sacrificing it is going to make it disappear even more. So this thing is only going to fly off even more, because there's 36% less supply circulating.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that sacrifice gonna make it even more.
Yep.
Bingo.
Let's get it.
So from a year ago, 36% less. That's crazy.
And remember,
I don't think we still gonna be under $1. Like, you're bugging if you think we still gonna be under $1.
Now think about all the Hex that's gonna get sacrificed again. Remember, the effect this side happens to this side. That means P-Hex itself is gonna be even more scarce.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna see how this turns out.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild, bro.
Now, is it gonna be sacrifice before? Is it gonna be get rid of it before sacrifice? Never mind.
You play devil's advocate, right?
Yeah.
I just recommend for folks, right? Like whatever Hex you have now sitting there, don't touch that one, right? But you're planning to buy like 5,000, 500, 10,000, whatever you are, a fresh capital, fresh money. That's the one you buy Hex and use that bag of hex to sacrifice. You don't have to touch what you currently have, right?
Exactly.
Don't forget that. That's very important. You're going to pump your bags on both sides down the road by doing this one little move. Don't be blind by that decision. We done this before.
So crazy. Yeah,
playing chess, you get wrecked.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Tic-tac-toe, man. Keep it simple. Connect 4.
Yeah, I mean, this is such a no-brainer. I really hope people understand it because it's imperative. Because we're all gonna take the same action, so we're all helping ourselves pump our bags. So
right, exactly. What do you think? I'm gonna buy die, sacrifice die? Like, come on, guys. Let's be real. Like,
that's crazy.
Pumping their bags.
So we're gonna ride out, guys. Check
Much
the
love,
bottom.
That was fun.
Never share or expose your seed phrase or private keys, please. Respect your OpSec. Thank you, folks. And thank you guys for joining us on the stream, man.
Always,
we're gonna check out.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Right? The reality is that I want to be rich as fuck. There's only one way to be rich as fuck. That's by sitting on your ass the longest. That's it. That's the secret. The guy well told you. Richard done told you. I done told you. Kareem done told you. Maddie done told you. Everybody done told you. Everybody done told you. These motherfuckers still acting like they don't know. I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. 100% safe. There's plenty of games left.
Valiant done told you. Yo, everybody said it. I mean, hey, you know what it is, man? Everybody done told you. Yash deep, everybody.